Okay, so we're live on the stream now. I hope in a few seconds it'll update on your screen as well, on your OPGG. And the first thing we're going to go over is your rune and mastery set for the game, as well as general leveling stuff and build path.
Which sound do you want me to turn off?
The Twitch one.
The Twitch one. Okay.
Yeah, so I can talk in real time to you, because I will pause the
Okay.
screen on. I'll pause the game whenever I need to, so you can come back to that as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm watching the
OPGG one. Yeah. So this is the one you said. This is the game, the 3-2-22 game. So most I'll go over rune masteries. I'm gonna go over in-game stuff right now.
Okay.
I can see your build path, but we'll talk about that more in game. So we went for 12-0-18. This, I think, is not optimal at all. So
my build path.
no, your masteries
My
are not very
masteries,
optimal, and I don't think the runes are optimal as well. So I'm gonna explain that in just a bit. Let me check over masteries, like legends, and I hope I can do mastery builder. Just mastery builder. Does that still exist? I think it does. Mastery builder. Is it correct? Yeah, it's correct. No, this is not correct. Fuck it. Okay. How do I go over this? Oh yeah, right here. We can go over an old PGG and explain to you there. On masteries. Yeah, okay. So first of all, ignore the masteries that are present here. The first game that I played, it doesn't matter. I'll choose you one.
You play Sejuani too?
Yeah, I play all the champions. I know how to play all the champions in the jungle that were relevant to the meta, except for like Udyr and stuff like that. My work is also pretty bad, but I know the game knowledge of those champions, and I know how they should be played.
Okay.
But I mostly focus on 3 champions that are very meta. So right now we'll probably play in solo queue Rek'Sai, Elise, and Cho'Gath or Maokai. That's, I think, what I would play. Although I do favor the Turfan as well, if it's open.
Yeah, I thought about testing Maokai because I think he's quite strong, but I didn't have time to do that, so maybe.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. You don't have the same shampoo as me. It can be different. The main part of it is that you have a stable shampoo, which you play constantly, which you see during Sejuani right now. And you can approach Maokai. He's really easy to learn and to get a hang of. And you can play Sejuani, you can play Maokai definitely as well. He's way easier to play in the early game. Just, I think he's easier to play in the late game as well. So he's just the easier side of Sejuani. So then again, going over the masteries. Just go 12-0-18 with 5 points into Fury, 1 to Expose Weakness, 1 to Vampirism for a natural talent, 1 double sword, 5 into Unyielding, 1 into whatever this thing is because I don't remember the name, 1 into Regeneration, 4 into Shields, 4 into HP, Fearless, the Armor MR for starting champions, and the Colossus. So my optimal mastery set for Sejuani overall that goes in the game would be, first of all, to go either 5 into Fury or 5 into the Sorcery. I think both are okay. The thing is, Sejuani uses the attack speed, but only only up until she uses the E. So while it's very good, yeah.
Just 1 second.
Okay, sure.
No. Here I am.
Okay. So I'll go back to it. You can use either of them. I think both of them are fine. Sorcery overall helps your W when you're clearing and your damage output, whereas E, when there's Fury, like synergies better with your E since you can proc way faster. With that, that's why you get by the runes. Fury is also a good choice. So I'm not gonna say Fury's bad. I think both of them are fine. It depends on how you choose to play, mostly, and your playstyle. I think I still go Fury over Sorcery, but that's my take. But I just want to point it out since Sorcery is still a viable option. First Blood is a must. You go 1 to Vampirism, 4 to Natural Talent. This is the mistake. You don't go points further on here, so you stop at this point. And instead, you actually go into Cunning and you get 5 Savagery or 5 into this, and 1 to the buff thingy. Because the buff thingy is really good on junglers, because you can actually full clear. You'll still have red buff, like full clear with Raptors, and you can still have red buff after you recall for an immediate gank. So that's why it's really useful, because it prolongs your buff duration. And you can go 5 Savagery, which helps out with your auto attacks, because you already run a low attack speed. And it helps out that much with the clear. because other than E, you don't have anything to clear small, not small, but bulky monsters, like the big wolf, big raptor, and so on. Some of them are easy to clear, but it's harder for you to then clear blue, buff, or red, because your AoE is not as useful. Your E does clear a bit, but otherwise you don't have anything else to follow up.
Yeah.
So you can either go for any of them too, and then you absolutely need to get the buff one. So you don't need to go into Vampirism and Natural Talent and Battle Trance, you just go here. It's for Resolve, I choose Unyielding, I choose this one, whatever it's called. If you go Colossus, I think you should go 5 points in this one and none into Veteran Scars. At least that's better in my opinion. Fearless is
So
good.
so 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 you want me to stop the tree of ferocity after tier 2 and then take 2 tiers in
Yeah,
cunning.
for
Okay.
tanks who run Resolve, going deeper than the first tier into Ferocity is not efficient because
Okay.
you need to choose from 12 points to put, and you either get no points for Ferocity, which you don't get for your sorcery for clearing, or you don't get the buff and savagery for clearing the
Okay.
jungle as well. So you turn out a lot. Because Sejuani clear is very bad in jungle, you opt into taking two like masteries, 2 points of masteries or more, 10 actually, which boosts your clearing. This is why I said these two boost your clearing 100%, whatever you take. With these two, you either choose to have more move speed on the map and choose to go in case you want to go mobility, but that's not really the case in Sejuani, so it's more the case of Maokai or something like that. Or the 5 savagery to actually improve your clearing early game so you can power farm faster, so you can beat places faster. So you lose less time on clearing and more on actually being the map. Whereas this helps you be on the map much faster, but it doesn't necessarily boost your clear. It just makes sure that the time in between them you actually get from place to place faster. So in a way, they both improve your clearing because they make it faster, but some of it will make you a bit healthier, while others will make it a bit faster.
Okay. Okay.
So then again, you can
So
choose either one of these. I prefer savagery as
so
yep.
we can we build um like an example of what you just say? Like let's make choices on a tree. Like
Okay, let me go into League of Legends then, and
okay.
I'll go for it. Bear with it. It was opened a bit slowly, so come on, load faster. Oh, so let's just go with this. Okay, so what I would normally go to Johnny is 5 of Fury, 1 into Fresh Blood, and then I choose 5 points to Savagery, 5 points into Wanderer, but I normally go for Savagery. At least that's my personal preference. Wanderer is also good. And then you Securing Infinity is a mistake. You then take 5 points to Unyielding, as it's better on tanks than Recovery. You go
Yeah.
for Tuscan, because you go into Colossus and you don't go into Stoneborn. You actually go 5 points into Runic Armor. You then choose to go 1 point to Insight or 1 to Fearless, because your tank Fearless is much better, and it's just a thing that goes well with Unyielding. Now you can choose to go into 15% Tenacity and Soul Resist, or Legendary Guardian. Now, most tanks usually go Soul Resist and Tenacity. Sejuani doesn't really need that because of her passive, but after your passive
Yeah.
pops up, it's really, really still good to have overall. Because the Legendary Guardian only offers plus 3 armor plus 3 magic raise per enemy. So it's a maximum of plus 15 armor and plus 15 magic resist in a team fight. Now, whether that's relevant or not isn't. It's really more of a choice that you can take. 15 armor and magic resist per enemy champion is not insane. But let's say you're nearby 3 people, that's 45% armor and magic resist you get, and then you get the unyielding as well, and then you get something else. But it makes you very weak to invades and very prone to actually get invaded by stuff that's early game. So stuff like Kain, Lee, what else? Kha'Zix can choose to invade you early release as well. It's going to be really bad because you only get uh, like if I go, you get, oh no, it's not 15, it's 3. You get like 3 armor and magic resist. So this is the most plus 15 armor and magic resist on the champion, not plus 4/5. Sorry, I made a mistake. And really having just extra 15 armor and magic resist in a team fight is not going to be changing much, even with the extra unyielding and fearless. It's my take, because you can also go for the fact that Sejuani has a passive which increases the armor and magic resist, and it's not going to be that much more important overall. I mean, it's very low compared to what numbers that she has. So overall, I think going 5 into stiffness is a bit better.
Yeah.
That's in my honest opinion. I know people that run 5 into Dungeon Guardian well, and they get away with it, and it's fine. But I don't think the bonus is big enough to actually be valuable in any way whatsoever. You can utilize the tenacity and the sword resist after they pop up your passive anyway, so that's so good because you can get Kaida very easily. And then there's also Courage Claws, which is a must take. So I think this is the mastery set that I go on Sejuani. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go over to your runes. Have you understood that? Do you have any questions?
No, that's good.
Okay, you run.
I just wanted you to show me an example of the rune page, so I can understand what you.
We can print screen on stream if you see it, or you can just copy it somewhere. I don't. Whatever you want to do, I'll just copy here for 5 more seconds so you have enough time. You can also watch the VOD anyway and get it from there. So, nevertheless, going to runes, you utilize 9 attack damage marks, 9 magic use per level blues, 9 help level seals, 2 attack damage quints, and 1 armor quint. I don't think this is really optimal. You have no attack speed whatsoever on your rune set. So,
I do have attack speed. I don't.
You don't. You have attack damage and attack damage.
Wait. Okay.
I mean, I know this boosts your clearing, but I don't think it's optimal at all. Attack speed works way better. So I'm just gonna go to my runes and show you what runes I prefer on Sejuani.
Do you think 9 marks of attack speed are better?
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna show you now. So I choose to go 9 attack speed marks. So 9x attack speed marks that I choose to go. I choose to go for 9th help level seals. This is my choice. I go into 9 times magic boost per level blues.
Okay.
And then I go 2 armor quints. So it's 2x armor quints, and 1 attack speed quint. So in total, I'll have 9 attack speed marks, 1 attack speed quint, 9 health per level seals, 2 armor quints, and 9 magic resist per level blues. What this makes for you is because you don't really do that well necessarily with CDR, you don't get CDR from the blues. So you can actually opt into something else that's more defensive, like magic resist per level. HP per level is actually a must on tanks. And the standard is used to armor quints because they grant you 8.5 armor, which is close to 9, which you would get by the 9 armor seals. So you'll have a lot of armor for jungle clearing as well, because your jungle clearing is very bad, and you're going to get hurt.
Maybe for Sejuani, the attack damage are more valuable because of her W, no?
But the problem is, wait, what? What do you mean by that?
The W scale with AD, like
But does it scale that much with AD? I have no idea what scaling is on AD. W doesn't scale on AD. W scales the maximum HP. It deals physical damage, but it scales the max HP. So you take AD if you want to like do more damage on auto attacks, but not something else.
I thought that the AD. Okay. I'm.
No, it's fine. You're stupid. I know. It's fine. That's why you do coaching with me. It's perfectly fine. Understandable. No, I've had people worse than you. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god. I'm a great idiot.
No, it's fine. You're an idiot that is going to learn. So it's fine.
How can I be plateau? Like, what the fuck?
Dude, you don't know what's upper. You think plateau is very high. You're gonna have to wait to see how people at Diamond 1 play.
I don't think it's high. I think it's average. Like,
yeah, I know. Up until you get masters, you're not a good player. I think not even with masters, you're a good player. You're never going to be a good player unless you're a pro player. That's at least my take. But you can be a decent player if you're a challenger. But then again, I do have high standards. I'm not a good player myself. I'm not a decent one either. I just have more game knowledge than most people do. This is my thingy. But nevertheless, so you go attack speed marks, and you go one attack speed quint because you take two armor quints and then you have one which you cannot do anything. So what you would do
Maybe
is you either take HP, for example, but it's not really fantastic. So for HP, you can go AP, but AP doesn't work with Sejuani anymore.
no.
So you
But
can only go.
I do have the rune page you're talking about. Look at my rune page called test. Like
Wait, you don't
look
have
at
my.
on my OPGG page.
Attack speed up level, CDR per level, masteries per level. So you have a lot of attack speed. Yeah, but you have one armor quint, so you can replace the attack speed here with one armor at the very least, and then choose to. When you get IP, you buy the second armor quint. Because two armor quints are standard, actually.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah. So this is one thing you can do. Nevertheless, I think that's pretty much it regarding the thing. Oh yeah, another thing. I think maxing Q second is way better than E. Let's look at statistics together. Okay, so what's Q give you? Q gives you plus 30 per point put in it with some scaling HP, but it's not good. And minus 0.5 seconds. This is the Q. This is what it gives you when you put it. It also increases the mana cost, but it's iffy. Whatever. Let's go back. Let's go to E. What does E give you if you put points into it? You get plus 20. You get plus 0.25 stun duration. And that's pretty much it. So you can see how it's not really that much more beneficial, because your sacrifice, and it has a base damage of 40, whereas Q has a base damage of 60. So having more points to Q because it's plus 30 compared to a plus 20 and just 0.25 stun duration, that's not really that impressive, because it's 0.25 more seconds. You'll get one more second at most, which they can counter via Mercury treads anyway. The less stun duration that he has. So like, let's say they have how much? 25% tenacity. That's what it gives, right? Merc.
But maybe leveling up maxing E before the Q is for the stun duration.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, so it reduces tenacity by 30%. So let's take a notepad of it. So let's say you normally do, so it's 1, 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, and then 2. That's the stun duration that has an E. Okay, let's do it a bit. It reduces 30%. Let's ignore the fact that there's mastery that reduces it by 15%. And let's just focus on Mercury treads. If you buy Mercury treads, it's going to be reduced by 30%. So that's, if you don't max it, it's 1 minus 0.3 times 1, which is 1 minus 0.3. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's 0.7 seconds of stun. If you max it fast, you'll get 2 minus, let me just do this so it's visible, 0.3 times 2, which is 2 minus 0.6, which is 1.4 seconds. So it's doubled regardless of the fact, because that's how it is mathematics, but you only get 1.4 seconds extra if you get Mercury treads early. Understand what I mean? You don't get 2 seconds, you'll get only 1.4 seconds, and that's a minus 0.6 if you max it, and you only get a minus 0.3 if you don't.
But we're calculating on someone who have Mercury treads.
Yeah, but most people buy Mercury treads if they're into Sejuani. Because, like, let's look, if they also have swiftness, like, it's even here, like, Mercury treads plus swiftness, 32%, like, it goes up to 40.5%. And that's 40.5% reduction on it. So it's even bigger than that. It's 0.45, and this is 0.45 as well. So this will mean minus 0.45, and then it's 0.55. I hope you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I understand, but just in my era, people don't.
And look at this. It's 1.1 seconds. You lose so much. You lose legitimately just so much because of it.
Yeah.
So you get a difference of minus 0.5, which is almost minus 0.45, which is minus 0.5 seconds. just because you're maxing it, you're losing so much stun duration if they have Mercury Toots and Swiftness. Even if they don't have Swiftness and they only get Mercury Toots, which is a very good buy into Sejuani because people go for that. I mean, yeah, I understand it's not in your elo, but that's really basic stuff that they can go for. And unless you have a lot of auto attackers, they'll opt into Mercury Toots 100%. Like the AD
Yeah.
maybe won't do that, but their front line and maybe even their mage can do it because it's viable as an option. And you're going to go into
Yeah.
people who will actually play that. So it's just a lot of reduction, and you will lose a lot of the points that you put into it. Because you said you put points into E for the
Yeah.
increased stun duration, but the stun duration doesn't go up by that much when you go into Mercury. Because instead of
Yeah.
actually
Okay.
gaining plus 1.25 per thingy per point in E, you get way less. So you get wait, was it 0.3 times 0.25? Which is, yeah, you can understand it. It's just a lot. That's what you lose basically. It's just massive. So I don't see a reason for I don't see a reason for people to max E on Sejuani over the Q. That is, Q just gives straight up damage, and you get to engage much more often with the Q if you missed it. So you can actually, because what you do in tanks normally is, let me just make it this big so it's white screen. What you do in tanks, let's say this is the mid lane, and there's a fight occurring here. Let's say that's the bush, the mid lane, and you're playing versus UL who likes to go into the mid lane to play Aram, and you have the enemy team here, and you're here, for
Yeah.
example, as a Seju.
Can
Yeah.
you can you can you wait a little bit because there is a big delay now.
No, but you'll sit on screen. So, enemy team. And when you go into them, so you go with your team into them.
Yeah.
You soak up damage. You see people. You do some damage, personal. You lock down people, and then you're gonna fall up to a bit, 500 HP or something like that. At which point you want to go out of the fight, like a certain value when you think you're gonna die because gonna get bursted. Uh, you go out of the fight, and you don't have any cooldowns left, and you have to wait for your cooldowns because you're probably primarily think as a tank is soak up damage and CC people. And let's say you CC people properly, but then you have to get out of the fight and then you have to re-engage it because otherwise, if you get out of 500 HP, you're wasting 500 HP worth of stats that you're not using in a fight, and you don't want to die instantly because you still want to be able to do something. That's why you go out and wait for your cooldowns to come back up. And if you wait for your cooldowns to come back up, I mean, it's reducing by 0.5 seconds the Q cooldown, so you're gonna get it way faster, especially if you get cooldown reduction as well.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why I think you should be maxing Q on Sejuani second instead of E.
Okay.
Okay. So with that made
Good
clear,
job.
this is pretty much all I can do from the OPGG via the skill setup, runes and masteries.
But I'm pretty sure I've seen like high elo Sejuani max in E because I didn't invent my max impact because I just copied it from someone like
Right.
high elo Sejuani games and I've seen them max in E before the Q
Let me get something very fast. So search SF. Let's jump here. Okay, 19 of 13. Okay, so I put something. Let's go over some of his. This is, by the way, rank 26 in Korean Challenger. So let's
Okay.
look at one of his Kane games. Let's look at this game. It's not relevant that he lost it. Let's look at this one it was shown so you don't get biased. Let's look at his rune set. Do you see something odd? Hmm?
I didn't hear you.
Do you
What
see
was
something weird regarding his setup?
something weird? No.
Are you sure? Are you looking good enough at it? Do you want me to zoom in?
Wait, he's putting like you're looking at the Kane game.
Yeah, the Kane game. Right, let me
Yeah.
focus it a bit.
I really can't. No, I don't. Wait, the runes are okay. He's not taking any MR,
The
and
runes
he's not.
are what?
Yes, the runes
Look,
he's not taking any defensive ones. He's taking only attack and cooldown reduction and attack speed. 3 attack speed, and
do you
he's
understand?
taking nine seals of attack damage, which is
Exactly.
weird.
Exactly. It's weird. Also,
Yeah,
look at his skill breath path. He maxes W. Of course, W works well, and if you max it, like if you go Darken and stuff like that, is it actually worth to go W unless you actually get your form? You don't know. So the thing I want to say is, pro players will sometimes experiment with their build path, with their skill orders, with their masteries. They're not 100% efficient when you say a solo queue game that they play, because it might be experimental only.
yeah,
So
and
that's
he's
one
making
way. If you're going to see
he's
Sejuani's, you're going to see Sejuani's actually um, put points into Q as a second max. Or you're going to see Sejuani's in pro play that put points into E. That's also because of the some matchups that happen. I
yeah,
mean, if you have a lot of auto attackers and you go Sejuani, you can max E second because that allows for them to actually have to choose between, okay, you can either go Merc Dreads or you go Tabai. You choose one of them, but you need to one of them as well. So you're not gonna get your like the CC luck any reduced, but you're gonna get your a little more damage. You're not gonna get as much damage from the auto attacks, or you can just go Mercs and reduce the CC, but you're gonna get bursted. So you choose one of them. Also, this is very weird. This is hella weird. I don't know what the what. You see, like this some stuff that's weird. You don't understand it, but he's just experimenting.
yeah,
So
I believe.
that's what I want to say. You can see pro players going that, but it's experimental as well. The thing which you can do is try to find a higher like pool of games that are being played, or try to find pools of games competitive play because they're not going to experiment there 100%. So overall, I still think he's much more worth maxing because you're a solo queue and not a competitive play, and uh, people will think less about this stuff, and
Okay.
they'll mostly buy Mercury Trends into a Sejuani 100%. So yeah. Okay, that's pretty much all of it. Do you have any more questions?
No.
Okay. I guess we can go into the game
Yeah.
if you're okay with that as well. Just gonna close my lead client because then it fucks up majorly. I think this is the correct replay. So it's okay to actually put questions to me. Please do as many as you can regarding that because if you don't understand something, it's not good to just say, okay, I understand if you didn't get it properly. And if you force me to explain stuff to you, it's good because that means that you actually want to learn and you
Yeah.
shouldn't feel ashamed of it. Just so I make sure that you get that.
We'll talk about the matchups before the.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna stop a
Okay.
bit. I'm gonna pause like 5 seconds in, and then we're gonna talk about matchups and conditions, stuff like that. I expect this to be done in about 20 minutes. If we're fast, we can do it even faster, but I don't know. It takes so long for me. I got to a 2 hour session because I went through that for about 30 minutes or something once. So, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, 40 minutes. I don't even remember. You were Nemesis. And why is this loading so slow?
I was do you queue with the mid laner?
No, I don't. I only solo queue on West. If I play on East, I don't even duo queue on East anymore. I used to duo queue with a support. It's good to duo queue with a mid laner or a support as a jungler if you want to find more success. But if you want to improve more, then I suggest that you actually go and play solo queue.
Okay.
Come on.
But I feel like when I'm on duo queue, I'm more confident than being being in solo queue because I mean I can decide thing with my mid laner and tell them what to do and what to not do,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
it.
the
But you
next.
have to adapt to also playing solo. I'm sorry, just like a cigarette. You have to adapt
How do
more
you
to
do that?
what this.
What the fuck?
There's a certain stuff you don't use it in game. You only use it for replays. It's kind of spotlights, creator suit. It allows you to just zoom out a lot and do a lot of stuff with the cameras. If you see any montages, and which people do cool cinematics in League, that's how it's done. I just
Okay,
it because I can
skin.
zoom out and I can see every single ounce of the map without having to look at a minimap, so I can explain pathing more easily. So instead of
Yeah.
me going on this fucking small minimap and explain stuff, I can actually go on the map and say, you do this, 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 and then you go here, and then you invade, and you come back, you get skull, you ward here, something like that. So I can do a lot of stuff much more easily. Okay, so let's go through the matchups. What is your thought before the game? That's one thing that I always ask students. So, what do you how do you think this game is going to be approached, and how do you think you should approach it?
So let's talk about the top lane. The top lane, I have Nasus. They have Renekton. Renekton will win the early game, that's for sure, and Nasus can maybe catch up in mid lane, in the mid game. So maybe and for me, let's talk about me arriving there before the Shivana. Like if the Renekton have pushed in the Nasus, that's an easy gank. If he doesn't, so I should probably go do something else because if the Shivana matches my gank, this is not good for me. If she counter gank, this is not good for me either, because they have more damage in the early game than I does and than Nasus does. So did I say anything wrong
You can
for
continue,
you
and then I'll go over it later. Up until now, there's a couple of things that are wrong, but I'll go over that after you're done with everything.
with everything? Okay. In the in the mid lane, Fizz will probably lose the lane and be pushed in until level 6. And but we can easily set up a gank because he's a melee champ and he applies my passive, and we can kill the Oriana really quick before the Shivana arrives if she decides to counter gank because we have pretty good damage, me and Fizz.
Okay.
And if she counter ganks, I think it depends on where I will face her. So her counter, I'm not a lot afraid of her counter ganks at mid lane, but I'm afraid of her counter ganks at the top lane. In the bot lane, let's talk about bot lane.
Okay.
So bot lane, I think that my bot lane will probably win the early game. That's for sure because they have Lulu and Vayne. So Zyra can apply much more pressure than Lulu or Vayne. And what can I say? What can I say? So my strongest side of the map is the bot side. So I should be probably staying bot side more than I do on the top side. So and about the composition, if they play well and if they don't mess up, they should win every single team fight. So we don't we need to catch up someone before we start a team fight, and this is what I told my mid laner to do and my Nasus to do. I asked him to split push and never come to never group up with us. So
Okay.
this is my global thoughts about the game.
Okay. Okay. I'll go over what you said. So, first of all, you said mostly good things, but there are a couple of things to be mentioned. You didn't mention anything about the jungle matchup, especially. So, but again, I'll go over it. Renekton actually beat shit on Nasus in the lane phase, and will actually shit on him. If Nasus go Black Cleaver and Titanic Hydra, he'll shit on him up until uh, 30 something minutes normally. Because usually Renekton can just freeze the lane on Nasus and then it's really hard for Nasus to do much because you cannot actually defreeze the wave yourself because you're Sejuani as well, and you have no pressure. And Arena can just 1v2 them, you, because you simply don't have any damage or CC early game to actually be relevant for a Renekton. Because even if you see him, you don't do enough damage in the meantime when he CC'd. So
Yeah.
Top lane is lost and you cannot help it anyway. That's what happens if you pick Nasus into something else in a tank, which is inherently bad. Just like you pick GP or Kali into something else in a tank. The jungle matchup favors you. You're a farming jungler, which actually skills harder than Shyvana does. Shyvana will have more DPS, but it's hard for her to actually play the fights properly into an Ezreal, into a Fizz, because they're very, very mobile. And you have a lot of CC for her if she actually gets, and a lot of finishing damage. So overall, Shyvana has a hard time because she cannot teamfight as better than you. She doesn't gank better than you. The only thing she does is farm better than you, and that's what she focuses on. So she power farms mostly, and you won't see her counter ganking or stuff like that because she has nothing to do. Watch out for when she invades because she doesn't want to kill in the jungle. She just wants to take your camps and go out because that will put you behind, and she'll scale faster. Unless she actually, so by default, Shyvana will try to invade your red side because right side of the map is the strongest side for every single jungler that exists, unless you're a Fiddlesticks, and I don't know why you're playing it. So in this situation, you have to watch out for the invades on your red buff. If she invades your blue buff side, it's really dangerous for her because wolves are hard to take, are dangerous actually, and Grump is also dangerous to take as well. Raptor is really easy and just get out, and Krugs is very hard for you to actually go there because you rarely go to your Krugs mostly because you don't clear it very fast. So that being said, you win the matchup here, and you will outscale her eventually. The problem for you is your early game where you can actually get current jungles heavily and you fall behind. Mid lane wins, Orianna wins. I think Fizz, if he chooses, he can win level 1, but normally Orianna wins the lane phase. So I think it's equal in level 1 because it depends. Levels 2 and 3 and 4 are favorable for Diana. 5, 6 are depending on skill matchup as well. At 6, Fizz gets a huge kill pressure onto Orianna, and because she has no barrier, she has no cleanse, and she has barrier, you can go on her, and it's easy for you to shut her down. So that's one way mid lane will go. The bot lane is favorable for your bot lane, but it depends on how Ezreal itemizes after your first recall. If Ezreal hits Sheen as the first item, then you will continually win the bot. If Ezreal hits a tier as the first item, then your bot will kinda not fall behind but be equal instead of actually being ahead. Because Vayne Lulu actually has a lot of damage output even in the early game with W of Vayne. And I don't know if Zyra can 1v2 that. Because it's really easy for Vayne to dodge it. And the Zyra shield actually negates a lot of damage from the Zyra. The Lulu shield negates a lot of damage from the Zyra. So overall, it's really, I don't know, depending on how Ezreal plays the bot lane. But then again, you normally have the winning matchup here if you actually know how to play. So to go over that, you see that your stronger side is mostly the Ezreal, Zyra, Fizz, and you just ignore the Nasus. Now you go take a look at team compositions which exist. So you have a Nasus, which is split pushing, and a late game champion only, Sejuani, late game champion, and a teamfight champion. Fizz, split pushing, Ezreal and Zyra are more siege oriented. But they're also very safe. Ezreal safe. So one thing you can do for early game is focus on bot side because it's your stronger side early on, and you play at 1-3-1 composition in solo queue with Fizz and Nasus on side lane because Orianna cannot match the Fizz in the side lane as she has no TP. So that basically means that you play bot side early on, you just ignore the Nasus and just try to ward for him to not get dived.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
How can we, like, in game situation, how can we set up the 1-3-1?
It's set up easily, especially since they have a Renekton, which wants to go into Nasus. So it's a thing that where if you're 5v5ing, it's really hard to set up the 1-3-1 because it doesn't really work. Because it's very, very hard to move to people from there because they get collapse 5v3. But if it's a 1-4 situation, which is split situation, you can actually go into a 1-3-1 really easily because a 5v3 is very hard for you, but 4v3 is easy. So you're gonna be sad on a 5v3, but you're gonna be happy if 4v3 remains because they lose one whole player. Okay, so Renekton not being there, you can actually go from the 4v4 to 4v3, and then someone needs to respond to the phase in the side lane, and they need to send someone, and they can either send the Vayne, but then they lack the damage in teamfight, or they can send the Orianna, but then Orianna cannot go into the side lane. So you just tell a Fizz to go into a side lane, because normally how you do this is by lane assigning. Lane assignments are something that happens when the laning phase is over, and you assign a lane to each of the respective laners to actually go there and farm, or to shove, or do anything that they're required to. And you can actually, Ness, because he'll probably stay top anyway all the game, you can just say Fizz, go bot lane, stay in the side lane, and he'll stay in the side lane. If Vayne and Lulu continue to be bot, Fizz could just try to wave clear on the turret or just move up and freeze here, at which point Vayne and Lulu can be ganked really easily. And if Vayne Lulu actually responds and go mid and send Orianna bot, you have the normal 1-3-1, which will win. And if Vayne Lulu continues to stay bot also, that means that only Shyvana and Orianna will be mid. So that will be a 3v2 for a team when you have Sejuani, Ezreal, and Zyra. And Ezreal and Zyra are very good at sieging, so you can actually go and siege mid lane very easily and pull off like harassment on them, and that will force the Orianna or the Shyvana back. Because if they hard engage on you, you can actually just peel back and disengage really easily with your ult. So they have a very, very bad situation in case you actually know that you can 1-3-1 effectively. The only thing that's important is for Fizz not to fall off early game, and for Nasus not to get just stumped by Renekton. So if Nasus goes more than 0-3 in lane, then it's over, and you basically lose the game. But if Nasus remains at least 0-2 and about minus 20 CS behind only, that means you can still do that.
Okay.
So you just tell the Fizz to go to the side lane and stay there. And you forcing mid will actually have them. You either respond or you lose turret mid, and that's up to them. And whatever they do, you'll be at the advantage inherently if the Fizz ends up behind. That is. So basically, what you do, again, tell your teammates how to play and how they should play. But that means you need to learn your win conditions and stuff like that. So I'll just go over this very fast. 3 things that you go on in early game is your win conditions, enemy win conditions, and what to do, basically. So
Our win condition is to, like I said before, is to catch up someone before like pickups. We need to pick up someone.
what do you actually think you win the 5v5? That's the question.
No,
You
we
only
don't.
have 2 teamfight champions. That's it.
No, we don't win we don't win the 5v5. Absolutely not.
Okay, so why do you want a group 5v5? Because then it's really hard for you to pick someone off. Because you said you want to pick someone off, but how do you pick them? On rotations? Yeah, that's a different thing. But
Yes,
that's the
yes.
1-3-1. Okay, that's good then.
We pick them up before the 5v5.
Okay, so you say a pick composition is something that you do. You want that's one of your win condition picks. Another win condition that you have is actually Drakes, because you have Zyra and Sejuani, which are very, very good at Drake situations. Because your 5-5 is really good, even into the Orianna Shyvana. That's really, really strong because Ezreal can just hide backwards, and if you also have the Skull Crab, it's hard for you to be caught off. And Zyra can just absolutely destroy them. And Zyra basically in a Drake situation in early game or mid game, Ori equals Zyra. I'm not joking. It's exactly the same thing. It doesn't matter. You don't have an Orianna. You have a Zyra. It does the exact same thing.
Okay.
So Drakes are another situation. I'm sorry for my bad writing. I don't know how to write with a mouse. So Drakes are another win condition you have, or the 1-3-1. And that's pretty much everything that you do. I think you might win the 5-5, but it's actually depending on Orianna and Shyvana, so it's not worth to go for that. These are actual win conditions. In a skill matchup, you don't win the 5-5. The enemy win conditions are obviously to 1-4 and to 5v5. That's pretty much what they want to do. So you have more win conditions that they do, but your really related picks are very, very iffy in a 5v5 meta, which is nowadays. So you sending up picks requires you to be in a 1-3-1, first of all.
But if the Nasus doesn't fall behind in the early game, I don't think that they win the 1-4.
They win it because Shyvana, Orianna, Vayne, Lulu are inherently better than Sejuani, Fizz, Ezreal, Zyra, because Fizz doesn't do much in teamfights.
Plus, why don't you
Yeah.
utilize the TP that Fizz has, and Oriana doesn't? That's one thing to look into as well, because then you have Summer's Ball that's wasteful. And it's
Yeah.
a TP because it doesn't help him on lane, and he only needs it to split push or go back. So you
Okay.
understand what I'm saying? This is why I think you don't need to fight 5, and even if Nas doesn't fall behind, you don't want 4.
Okay. I didn't know that. I thought that we can set up a 1-4. This is actually what I asked my Nazis to do. So this was a mistake.
Yeah, that's a mistake. You told him to 1-4, and you don't win the 1-4. You need to ask Fizz to go ahead and have priority on the side lane, and Nasus on the other side lane. It doesn't matter. So Nasus bot and Fizz top, or Fizz bot and Nasus top. It doesn't matter. You play according to your objectives as well. So basically, you want also Drakes because that's viable win condition for you, and you setting up for Drakes means that if Renekton say stop, you send Nasus there, and you split push. If so I want to say how you put lane assignments. If Drake is up and Renekton is bot, you send that bot and Fizz stop. So regardless, you do the 1-3-1. So and that's how you basically by out crushing them on the whole map, on all 3 lanes. Because Ezreal and Zarya clears very fast, and you can actually be there for a disengage. And Drake's helps you out because I told you win the 5-5 because you have zoning and you have a lot of zone control and stuff like that, which is very important for Drake's. Things like Cardis, Oriana are very good, stuff like that. And if you get actually good Drakes, which I don't know if you did this game, you actually have a pretty easy time. But then, like, if you have mountains, you can set up sieges with Ezreal and Zyra, which is good. If you have Cloud Drakes, it's good for rotations, so you rely mostly on picks. If you get a Feral Drakes, you get more pressure on the side lanes of Fizz at the very least. Yeah, and you actually improve your 5-5, but that's not really your win condition, so you don't want to play to it. And if you get Oceans, you can set up for sieges as well. So you mostly don't want Infernal, because that's not necessarily good for you, but you can use it only for Fizz. If Fizz is not behind in lane, then Infernals are good for you. But the best one for you are either Cloud Drakes or Ocean Drakes, which is very odd, right?
Yeah.
Normally you'd want Infernal 100%. At this point in time, you don't want it. It's not really that useful for you. Monsters are also good, but not impressive necessarily, because Nasus and Fizz are not tower takers. They rely on getting on having kill pressure or on pushing the wave constantly rather than actually getting to hit turret. The Fizz will not get hit turret into an Oriana. And Nasus also doesn't get hit turret versus knockdown because he gets harassed, and that continues. So then again, their best win condition is the 1-4 or the 5v5, and it depends. Either one of them actually works for them. You can actually play to both of them equally. Depends on how they do on the lane phase. So if Renekton falls behind Thanasis, they will go for a 5v5. If Renekton doesn't fall behind Thanasis, they commence the 1-4 and split push, and then they win. Via the fact that you have a Fizz, which is pointless in a teamfight with a TPL. So what you should do is... What the fuck is going on? Why is this so fucking... I'm sorry. So you focus on both sides.
Yeah.
That's one thing you do. You cover top side with wards or from the dives. Cover top. Fuck this. Force a 1-3-1 mostly. Play a Drakes. Play the Drakes. That's mostly what you have to do in this game. This is early game, and this is mid game and late game. So we've gotten past this. Let's go into it much deeper. What is your jungle pathing this game, and how do you think you should do it?
My jungle pattern for this game is blue into walls into red, and then look for scuttle or gank and ganking top.
King top. This is like a 5. Okay.
Your jungle pathing is fucking bad.
By the way,
I just want to point it out. Let me explain to you why. As a Sejuani, you want a power farm to 6. That's where you get your power spike. Power farm to 6. You ganking top has no relevance whatsoever because you already talked. You don't want to be top to actually gank. You want to be top for a counter gank, but that goes bad for you. You mostly want to cover a dive or a gank. You don't want to initiate a gank topside. You don't want to gank topside. You just want to have Nasus farm as much as we can. So you want not to be on topside early game. And
Okay.
because Sejuani is also good at power farming to 6, that means that you can actually go for a greedy jungle path, which is a raptor start. So you do raptors, you eat red, you eat wolves, you eat blue, you eat grump. You get level 4 fast and about 750 gold, like something about this. 750 gold then translates into a tier 2, if you recall, translates into a tier 2 jungle item, translates into a pink one.
Yeah.
So this is what you'll get at 750 gold. Now you can go after after doing this whole path, you can actually go into and eat skull on both sides if you're not if you want to stay because you think you can do something, you think you have pressure on a map or you think you need to apply more pressure on the map. You could do skull as a 6 or look for it at the very least. So each skull goes up. If skull goes up, you go in, you war raptors, you check Krugs. You take Krugs if it's there, and you know Shyvana's not gonna path there. Because if you see Raptors gone, she might have started Raptors as a Shyvana. So that means that you can go and take Krugs easily, recall at Krugs, and then you have more gold to actually recall, and you can maybe afford tier 2 jungle item and boots as well. Or if you actually then find a gank opportunity somewhere, because you get a smite charge back up by the time, you can go for a punish or bot gank, or to just pressure bot lane. Do you understand what I'm standing?
Yes, I
Okay.
understand, but I don't think that after this patch I will be healthy enough to go and invade Krugs or make pressure on the.
yeah, but you have to think you have to take one thing into consideration. Shyvana also needs to take an efficient path. Shyvana cannot gank. Shyvana cannot counter gank properly. Shyvana cannot do anything that's proper on her lanes. So she has no lane pressure whatsoever pre-6 either. You have more map pressure on her pre-6 in a gank situation or anything that involves your laners. Whereas Shyvana actually wins by power farming. Power farming is not optimal, but you don't have lanes which are very, very kill lanes. Like, I mean, the only kill lane that you have is Fizz. You don't have a kill lane about either.
Yeah.
So it's really
Yeah.
hard for you to actually gank something or hard gank. And you power farming to 6 means that you get a higher spike at 6 than she does.
Yeah,
She
that's
is
for
actually,
sure.
yeah, it's more beneficial to you to power farm to 6, but she power farms better.
Yeah,
So that's,
I should have adapted my jungle pad to the matchup.
yeah.
Yes.
Because you do a 3-comp clear if you want to gank somewhere. So I'll go into pathings as well, like what possible pathings are. So you know that Shyvana wants to power farm to 6 because that's her like main issue to power farm the jungle and to get hot and to get 6 because then she opens up gank situation as well, which doesn't have camps up, and also she scales very fast in mid game, whereas you don't. So she opens Raptors, she goes red, and she'll go for a greedy clear, which I'm going to tell you later what it is. Or she can go for Wolves, Blue, and Gromp, look for Skull, go topside, invade, take Krugs, because you might not take that. And that's how she basically will want to path as well. So you will have a mirror matchup where you trade topside for bot side because that's where you start because you're red side and you have Raptors at the top side. So you give up topside pressure, but Shyvana cannot necessarily dive early on, so it's no issue for you because Rena has the lane priority and can push Nasus in. So that's why it's not risky for you to invade bot side. Where would they have a ward? Here. If they spot you here, you can see Orianna moving. If they don't spot you at this point in time, then you can just ward red and then go and eat Krugs. And there's nothing that can happen to you whatsoever. Unless they're fucking mental and they place like a ward here, like the board lane. Which people don't do this in plat, so it's safe to go. I'll go over a few things before the greedy pathing and the pathing overall, which is timing of the enemy jungler. You can actually track Shyvana very easily because she wants to power farm. So, Raptors spawn at 137. Shyvana is a fast clearer. She finishes by 145 or 147, something like that. I don't remember exactly. So, she finishes by 145. Let's assume that, or 150. It takes 30 minutes for it to actually respawn. So that gets to a total of 415, approximately
Wait.
20.
I lost connection.
Okay. Let me know when the stream works again.
Wait, I'm really reloading the stream.
Okay. Is it from my end? I don't know. No, actually dropped 94 frames. Oh, this is weird.
Two seconds. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. I'm not giving you seconds. I'm giving you a full fucking hour, man. Okay. So, you can see what's on the screen probably. So, 4:15:20 is when Raptors will respawn, if she starts Raptors.
Yeah.
So you know that if you come in place right here, you finish your clear very late. So you finish like 340 something, because that's how fucking Sejuani clears it. 340, 350. That's when you clear, do the full clear, and you end up Gromp. That's when you clear Gromp. Going to go Skull will take you another, let's say, 10 seconds. So that means the timer is, let's you assume you finish in 345, by the way. So that means you're 355, you actually get Skull and clear it, because you clear fast with the E. So then you move up into the jungle here. That'll take you another 3 seconds or 4. That means it's 3:59. When you get here, let's assume then you place a ward. The ward will expire at 4:59. At which time did I say that the Raptors will respawn?
5 minutes.
When did I say it again?
Wait.
The exact timing, man. Come on, you can calculate it if you want to. I don't mind if you don't remember it. Just learn to calculate it.
Wait. I was confused because I was looking at what you were writing, and then you asked the question. What is the question?
So when do Raptors respawn, given the fact that Shyvana will open Raptors?
then at 44 minutes, at 5 minutes.
Give me the seconds as well. Approximately like with an error of 5 to 10 seconds.
4 minutes. 4 minutes and 30.
No.
4 minutes and something like 15 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So normally, because it's Shyvana, it's 4:15. Normally, it's 4:20. So she finishes Raptor 4:15 or to 4:20. That means that by 4:59, you'll have 30 seconds on your ward. So you'll get to see her Raptors respawning at that point in time with the ward place at the moment I told you. What does that mean? Well, we have 30 extra seconds in which you can track if she goes immediately to Raptors or not. And that's how you know what she cleared and what she did. Because we'll go over, you finish at 4:59. So at 4:59, you place the ward here. This ward will go off at 4:59 because you played at 3:59. You go in, you go at Krugs, you use the blast cone. That will take you about 3 seconds to get there, or 4. So that will make it 4 and 5, let's say so, something like that. And which you use a blast cone, you get Krugs, you clear Krugs. That will take you about 10 to 15 seconds, depending on if you do it all of them or not. So if you clear only the first ones with the smite charge, it'll be very fast. But let's assume you full clear, and that's 20 seconds, and you finish at 4:20. If she does the same thing, she finishes approximately at 4:10. All this stuff, or a bit later. You can also go to a bit more than that, but it depends on how efficient her clear is. I'm talking about a clear that's not necessarily efficient. That's mostly normal. So, okay, so she normally finishes about let's assume 4:10. She gets a recall off. The recall off is 8 seconds. That's 4:18.
Yes.
So it's in base at 14. You will probably finish a bit faster. So then again, there's that. She then what can she do like immediately? Like, what does she go? Because she goes Krugs and she sees that there's no Krugs. But
If
it's
she does a full, if she
Hmm?
does a full clear, like
Yeah,
if she does a full clear, then she recalls. I think that she would go probably bot side.
yeah, she'll go bot side because she doesn't think that you stole Krugs. So she won't go Krugs. She'll see that Krugs are not up, so she wastes a couple of time. It takes 30 seconds for minions to go from mid to the lane here, which they have a 325 move speed, if I remember properly. And let's see Shyvana's move speed as well. So we know that as well. So, oh, shit, I have to open a new tab. New tab, please. Shyvana. Let's go over it. Shyvana has a base move speed of 350. That's 25 more moves we can. The minions will have. So the 30 seconds that it takes for a wave to go into mid lane, for example, it will take Shyvana 25, 26 seconds to get into mid lane. That means for silence, she'll take about 30
She
piece.
have she has three. She has
350, yeah.
She's quite fast.
I know. And with W as well, she's going to be faster. So let's assume that 30 seconds actually takes you go into the bot side here. So cut that into, let's say, 3 parts, which is from like this, and it will take her a third of this. So it will go 20 seconds only for her to go from this to Krugs. So it will mostly take her 20 seconds to go there. Which timing was it that I said she recalls? I think it's 410, 418. So it's 418 plus 20 more seconds they're going to take. So that's going to be 438. So 438, or somewhat according to that, she'll be at Krugs. And she'll see that they're not up. So she'll have to pass towards Raptors, right? Your Royal is still there up until 459. So if you see her at Raptors waiting for it, then you know she's going to do Raptors immediately. If you don't see her at around 440, let me just remove everything so it doesn't get cluttered. So if you don't see her on the word of 440, yeah, she either doesn't go for the Krugs, or she's going to have a weird path toward, which you can see here via a word here or here, via bot lane, so toward your bot side, or she goes simply towards a lane to gank. So at that point in time, you know that you can actually go here towards the Raptors again and try to take them very fast. Because if she doesn't show up, because you know their respawn timing, you know they're going to respawn at about 450 to 420, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can either choose not to do his after you do his Krugs, you can only do his small ones, and you're going to be faster than her if she fully clears the Krugs. And so you're going to be faster than her on her own Raptors, because she will go to check her own Krugs normally, because she cannot gank the lanes efficiently. So you have a matter of 10 seconds to clear her Krugs. In which case, you get to steal her Krugs off, and you get level like the second Krugs that spawn up, which are higher level, so it gives you higher XP overall. Yeah. So that means you steal her Raptors, you fuck up her all jungle pathing, because now she's forced to go topside into wolves, and she goes on the lane with the Necton, but it doesn't do anything because you steal the most valuable XP XP thing that she has. If you want, you don't even have to clear the small thing here. You can only clear the big LoM.
The big one.
Because if she goes there and she sees the small one, she'll have to clear it. So reset the camp. That will take her a bit more time, so you have even more time to clear Raptors. So it's up to you entirely what you want to do. So at that point in time, you fuck up her all jungle pathing. And she's not forced to play topside with Wolves Grump. And then maybe she goes check Skull, but she's probably done. And then what she can do, she can only invade you in red side. So then you know what she's going to do. You know where she's going to be. You know what she's going to do. You know all the things about this. You understand me?
Yeah.
This is why it's so good to keep track of the enemy jungler. You know exactly what she's going to do up until the 6th minute.
Yeah. And all this intels and all this information that I have start from that one single word that I will put.
It starts from the fact that you know she plays the Raptors, and then you play accordingly, and then you get more info via the word you plays the Raptors as well at a certain timing.
Okay. Yeah.
So you get to see how you can actually play the game. You basically before you start the game, you play the game 6 minutes ahead.
Yeah.
You know, you literally have an equivalent of 6 moves in chess over her. That's immense. She doesn't recover from that if you play it properly. Because you can create a tactic. You don't, because that's what's good. You don't think now what you're going to do in the next 20 seconds. You think about what you're going to do in the next 2-3 minutes. Now you thought about what you're going to do in the next 6 minutes. You have so much time in those 6 minutes to actually think about what you're going to do in the next 6 minutes.
So when she's at 6 minutes and she thinks what's she gonna do in the next 20 seconds at 6:20, you're gonna know what you're gonna do up until 12:20, and you're 6 minutes ahead of her constantly, on and on and on again. It can reduce to 3. It doesn't matter. 3 minutes is insane to think
And
forward.
and playing like that, she will never reach her power spike. Never, like never.
Yeah, and you keep tracking her. You can ping it on a map where she's gonna be because you know she's gonna be here. So just ping topside with a missing ping or whatever you want. So you know where she was. You keep track of her. You actually notify Nasus where her position is because you can either ping Wolf Grump, and he knows that as well. So it's just very hard for her to play in. You control her. You play a jungle. You play like in the jungle as you are the aggressor, not her.
Yeah.
You don't have to invade her to be the aggressor. You set up tempo. You dictate the tempo that you want in the jungle to happen, and that fucks up Shyvana because she normally should dictate the tempo herself over you.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least I made myself clear with that. Then again, there's one thing that can happen is if she goes for a greedy path, which can happen as well. The greedy path is known as the Rengar path. So she clears Raptors, red, and then golems, recalls, he has about 400 gold, she gets the talisman.
What's the point of doing this patch? Because I've seen some Rengars doing this patch, but
Because
I don't
Rengar 4 is
understand.
very low. Rengar cannot do Raptors, red, wolf, blue, grump. He needs a lot of armor to that. It's really, really hard for him. He doesn't clear efficiently. So in that case, getting the another 350 gold jungle item actually boosts his clear. So he goes Raptors, red, Krugs, and this is really greedy. You recall. You then go topside. You clear wolves, blue, grump, and you have 2 jungle items, so you can keep on clearing on. And you're actually very, very close to full HP, so you can gank much more better. But you gank at a very, very late timing.
Yeah.
So you can actually fuck up the war timing of the enemy laner as well.
Yeah.
So,
Because he would probably waste his ward before you actually look for a gank.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the greedy path, and it normally counters the Raptor start. But most in competitive, you won't see this as often because if people recognize that a greedy path is being done, which is the enemy jungler not showing up on the jungle on the map at a certain timing, they will realize that okay, he did a great jungler, and if he shows up, you can actually find it as well because you see he's tracking CS. He did the greedy jungle because you might actually force top laner to go on ward or something like that shenanigans anyway. And you realize that, and then you know how he plays because you know his exact jungle timing because you know his bot side is responding at the very
How
same
can I
time, and there's a delay, a 20-second or 30 seconds delay, in which bot side jungle responds faster than top side jungle. So you force him in one side of jungle then. So these are mostly mind games. Yeah, you can say a question.
And I think I can spot that by putting a ward like before he starts his jungle patch. Like I'm
But you
thinking
need to
about.
place a word like where his wolves. No, it wouldn't last that long. You place it where his drugs. It might not last. I mean, it might or might not last that long overall. I don't think she does it in 1 minute regardless. I mean, she might actually. You
But
can put a place. You can place the word here, and then you see her red, and you see if she goes topside, and she kites red topside, then you know if she's not going for the greedy path, and she's going for the full clear.
but I think that if if I know where the Rengar or the one who is doing the greedy patch starts, like let's assume that he starts red, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If I do like blue, wolves, red,
Mm-hmm.
and start looking for Scuttle. If I don't see him in like the couple 5 or 6 seconds, he's not probably
But why would you see a Rengar? Because he also wants to power for until 6.
Yeah. Okay. So when I'm topside, maybe I should move into his walls and maybe ward. If his walls are not done, then maybe he had recall.
It depends. I mean, kind of, but it depends. It's not really efficient to track out the greedy path. You only track it out if you meet the enemy jungler. So you can technically go into his jungle and see where he is, but that's really risky.
because you can get collapsed. So
Yeah.
this is why it's really hard to do it. It's mostly
So you assume that the greedy path is actually safe for the there is
the greedy
no.
path is a counter to a raptor start, and it's mostly safe because it's hardest cut it out. Because people doing the greedy path will be very healthy after their recall, so you're gonna be in danger in case they can lock you on, and they have lane priorities on mid and top. In this
So
case,
actually this patch isn't punishable at all.
it's punishable. It is punishable. If you have an early game jungler, they can definitely punish that because they can contest. If you have something like a tank, it's hard to contest it. But if you have lane priority on top and mid, you can do it. If you don't have it though, you don't. So it's really dependent on the draft queue as well, which doesn't exist in solo queue. So mostly in solo queue, it's really a coin flip of whether it's punishable or not, because it depends on if your laners can play it accordingly, as well. Because you might have someone who's not on his main role and he doesn't play the matchup accordingly.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Because normally you think, okay, I have lane priority on top and mid, but your top laner is auto-filled. And he plays into something like a Renekton, into, let's say, a Renekton with an R, and he doesn't know that he can actually punish a Renekton. So that means that
Yeah.
it's really hard for him. So yeah, just stuff like this. That's why you don't see Rengars in LCS, because the greedy path is actually punishable. Because if you
Yeah.
actually know that he's playing Rengar, you assume he's going for a greedy path. You get a proper ward placement somewhere in his jungle, and then you scout it out. And then realizing that he goes for a greedy path, you steal his soul top side jungle. That's the way you counter it as well.
Yeah.
If you realize he's doing that, you just steal his top side jungle. One way to actually get past the greedy path is if you get a super leash, but that's not going to happen in solo queue, so don't mind about that one.
Maybe we can, like, if I know that there is a Rengar and he will probably do the greedy path, like I start blue or and
Why don't you
go
just
and
start Raptors? You take a smaller amount of time, you get his blue, you get his wolves, you get out. Or you get Grump and you get out. Why not do that instead? Raptors is way faster. If you start blue, if you know the Rengar is doing the greedy path in this position, it's gonna take you what? Blue, wolves, and then you have to go into his jungle. Look at the amount of distance that you're covering. Whereas if you start Raptors, you get level 2 instantly, you go there, you steal his camps, you get level 3, you get Grump as well, you get out via the blasting cone, you go here in your jungle, you get your red, you recall, you go back to bot side, you get your wolves, your Grump, and then you can play according to bottom mid. Isn't it that more efficient? I mean,
I was thinking about doing blue and going straight to his cracks because I assume he will be low at his cracks.
yes, it will blow up. What kill pressure do you have as Sejuani? I mean, that's doable as well, but it also depends on your matchup because look at the way Krugs are positioned. Krugs are very open, so the bot lane, in case they get pushed in, they can come faster. In case they get pushed out, and if they shove themselves, they can come faster. Mid can also cut you off here. Destroy the blasting cone, because you normally beat via the blasting cone anyway. If you didn't do that, that's another thing. And they can just come here and cut you out. So everyone can cut you out if you do that. It's really risky. It's coin flip move. You don't want to do coin flip moves. You want to do. I mean, okay, let's take a look at something. There's a guy. Let's look at the UNE. I mean, it's UNE, but it's still. They're not good players, but no RU, so you can still look for them. Look at this. Okay, leaderboards on UNE. Fuck this. Look at this guy. Yeah, you see him? Xayra. Yeah, 67% win rate, 1.3k LP in UNE challenger. It's not that insane since it's UNE. Look at his fucking KDAs. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. How many deaths does he have per game? Do you know why he does that? He plays the safest way he can possibly. He doesn't coin flip once. I mean, legitimately once. Every time he coin flips, he loses something. That's how you see his 2 deaths here. He coin flipped twice. That's how you see his 1 death here. Oh shit.
His 67 win rate.
Yeah, in
67
Challenger.
global
Yeah,
win in Challenger.
yeah. It's UNE, so it's much easier than US. So he won't be able to. I think he will be able to get Masters in West, but that's pretty much it. So he doesn't go faster than that in West because his playstyle doesn't allow him to know his boundaries. But imagine look at his KDAs. This is what I'm going after. He plays low risk, completely low fucking risk. Look at how much he wins though, based on that. I know how he plays, so that's why I'm telling you it's not really good how he plays. He won't improve as much if he plays like this.
but he doesn't take stupid decisions or high risk decisions. You can play a low risk style and still climb up and still improve if you think about a game. He plays it the same way over and over and over and over and over again up until he gets used to it. But he does no coin flips whatsoever. But he won't get challenger in West, not because he doesn't need coin flips. He won't get challenger in West because he actually plays way too safe, and he plays in a style that actually diminishes the carry potential of his other players in the team. The
But
problem is that
actually, if you play like he's playing super safe and all what you say,
yeah,
he will probably depend a lot more. He will depend on his team and
nope.
how
Look at
how
his
his
farm. Take a look at his farm.
yes his farm
20
is
minute game,
pretty.
212 CS. This one is bad.
The,
Ignore this. 256 in 25 minutes. That's good. 157 in 15 minutes. 218 in 20 minutes. Do you understand what style he plays? He power farms. He legitimately focuses only on farming. He doesn't get the farm from his own because he's not that great at farming. He doesn't get his own farm only. He gets farm from side lanes. He gets farm from the jungle. So he puts his laners and his jungler in such a low amount of carry potential. So it's really hard for his teammates to do much. But he knows that he can carry the game, so that's why he does it. You cannot do that, for example. But my
yeah,
point
but
being, he plays a very low risk level, and he gets a high reward of it because he doesn't coin flip ever. So there's no if it's a 70% chance of success, he might take it. If it's a 60% chance of success, he doesn't take it. If it's anything below 70%, he doesn't take it. Even at 70-30, I don't think he even takes 70-30%. I think he only takes like legitimately 90-10, 90-10 or 100. That's the only way he plays. It's best to go over like 70-80% chance of success, and that's the base quote. He plays way too safe, but it's not punished because it's TOE challenger. But in E West, he's punished, and that's why he's only Masters on West and not challenger yet.
okay, he's actually master in West.
Yeah, he actually got Master in West. Someone told me
Okay.
in chat. So he actually got Masters. I told you he can get Masters in West. I don't see him going at 350 LP in West Masters just yet. Maybe in 3 weeks. Maybe he can get it if he improves his playstyle. But he cannot get challenger yet. I don't think if he actually gets challenger on West in within a month, then I'll suck his fucking dick. I'm not joking. I don't think he can yet. But this is like the reward that you get via the low risk style. So that's why what you wanted to do is very high risk, and I don't recommend you doing it.
Okay.
Okay. So we've gone over this pathing. If he does the query path, which you can scout out only via word here or here, then you can actually go directly on his top side of the map. The only issue is if you start Raptors and you notice this, you will notice almost at the time you do red. And the problem for you is to actually get aware here because that's very dangerous. If you hypothetically see him doing the greedy path and you are red, just think hypothetical so you actually understand how to play the situation accordingly. Then you go directly, you steal his blue, you steal his wolves, you steal his gromp, you go out, you get skull, because when he comes upside, he will then look for a gank or something, or for an invade, and then you will set him out because he will go wolves, he will check blue and gromp, because he can check those two camps at this position. That means that his path will be this way, and he will get spotted by skull if he wants to invade you.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait a second. I'm also gonna have a fucking idiot in the chat. Okay. So that's basically it. Regarding like fucking hell, what is this guy doing? Keeping on posting you fucking idiot. Just give me a few moments to actually deal with the fucking idiots. Wait, isn't this it? I don't know what the command is.
What's his problem?
He
I
wants to
didn't.
post like a clip, but I can't. But there's like the fucking Xanbot that I still have on my. How do I get Xanbot to leave? I actually don't know. But regardless of it, let me just look for it so he doesn't get So think about it for a second while I actually just look up a command because I'm fucking dumb as fuck. It should be. Example of my command. And think about if you want to discuss any other pathings that you want, like the 3-camp clear. We can actually discuss that in a bit. What would you like
I
to
think
know regarding it specifically?
I think we have talked like about all the pattern possible, like all the efficient pattern. Like there is no more path we can discuss
So you think you've learned enough? Okay. Well, I mean
about
that's good.
pattern.
From my point of view, that's good because I don't mind it. But I just said that in case you actually wanted to.
Yeah.
So
So the major point is that I should have adapted my pattern according to the matchup. Like
yeah,
I okay.
why I went to all this to explain this to you is because I wanted you to actually understand more and more about a game instead of
Okay.
just randomly telling you stuff that's not going to be really that
So
relevant.
for example, if I'm against a listen or something, I will probably do the blue wolves into red, and if I'm against like a champion that will be power farming, I will power farm and into sex because like in case of Shivana or I don't know Shivana or Mastery, my
Yeah,
my level my my level 6 power
yeah.
spike is more efficient than theirs.
Then again, what I did now means that it's only a situation. So you need to think into early game junglers how to play. If you play Sejuani, you need to think into a lot of matchups. But you have to do it on your own. It'll take me hours and hours and hours to explain that to you. So I mean, we could do a 20-hour coaching session if you want to, but I'm not really. I don't really want to do it like that because it's not worth it. You can learn it from yourself. You can do self
Yeah,
learning as
yeah,
well. So
yeah.
regardless, let's move on with the game for now, because actually we've been here for quite some time talking. Actually, for how long have we been here? We've been here for the past 1 hour and 24 minutes. So you understand how much it took me to actually explain this to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said about it taking a long time. So you actually go blue. Oh, I'm not going to discuss bathing anymore. I've discussed it enough. So I'm just going to tell you stuff like that. Okay, so they invade. They scout you out where you start. So if you start at blue now, they know that you're not gonna go up. Okay, they actually scout you out entirely. Holy shit, this is insane by them. Okay, so Siobhan actually starts blue. What the fuck? Okay. So both of you are doing bad stuff, but whatever.
I think this is something that
This is pretty common to
happens.
platinum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just go this down. Okay, perfect. Let's go up. You go red, clear. You're still healthy. Still have okay. Pop the pot. You go here. You see how the lane is stopped. You can't do anything about it. It's just to push too much into Renekton, and there's no way for you. You clear Skull here, okay. And then you want to go topside, but what can you do? Like, you see? You don't do anything. You force the
Yeah.
slash, I mean, that's good, but look at the wave. You didn't do anything by that gank. Renekton actually forced a freeze, and then he wins into the dead asses. But he's fucking dumb, and oh, actually, he wins for fucking asses. That's good by him. Query. And see how you waste the time here, topside? It's 3 minutes 40, and you have only clear
Yeah.
3 cams.
Like, can you wait for 2 seconds because there is a delay?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can go on.
Yeah, you can see how you wasted so much time and Shyvana cleared
Yeah,
her
yeah.
jungle fully.
This happened to me like a lot of times. Like I'm turning around and I don't know what to do, and I start losing time.
Yeah,
And
exactly. Because you're not Elise, you cannot force ganks like that. You're Sejuani. It's hard for you to force ganks. You have a Nasus top lane. How do you expect to even gank that into Renekton? He has 3 flashes up, 2 E's, 1 flash. Like, how do you expect to gank that? It's just the chances are very very slim, unless fucking Renekton is it's completely retarded. I don't see you ganking that successfully in anytime soon. However, look at your mid lane. Look at where melee
Yeah.
is currently. The wave is here, mid up. You're actually heal with Oriana, and look where she stays. She has a ward here. Does she have a ward, however, in the death bush in here? No, she doesn't. So what you can do is go like this, and go do a wraparound. You don't start with the Q, by the way. You start with the W. You hit her once, you use E, and Fizz can just force our lane. What does that happen? Well, you don't get a kill by that. But Fizz forces Oriana out of the lane. Now Oriana is in the HP pool of kill pressure until she pops both potions. So at this point in time, Fizz has the lane priority on mid. So you gave Fizz the winning minute and the lane phase in the early game. That's huge because he can now free farm without getting harassed by the Oriana and can even kill her if she makes a mistake.
Yeah.
So instead of
I should.
going top continuously, okay, now you go Krugs. So you see, like you just did it wrong. Like I don't what? Okay. Even if what you did is bull flash on top, it's pointless because it doesn't help Nasus at all. And instead of doing Krugs now, you don't even path accordingly, and Oriana gets to harass Fizz continuously.
You think I should have been in the reds?
No, I
You
think you
should.
should have ganked mid. I think you shouldn't have stood top that much. I think your pathing is inefficient. So let's say I did your pathing and it will stop. I wouldn't try for a gank. Let's say blue flash. From that point on, I just move on. I wait to see if Renekton goes aggressive because you didn't wait at one point in time. There was one point in time where Renekton double dashed into a Nasus to stop his recall. At that point in time, he could have gone up, but he chose to go down. I don't know why. I think you either were going for Krugs or Raptors or mid gank, and then you saw him go up, and then you stood there thinking he's going to do it again, which is not going to happen. So you had a bite timing as well because you weren't not patient at all. So you either go top blow his flash and then wait here for a bit and see if something happens, and you go back. If he goes aggressive like he did, you can kill him, but you didn't do that either. So you played it bad, not one time with the pathing, not two times to gank top, not three times with you just saying there. You play like 4 times in a row. So you played by the pathing. So one thing that you did bad is pathing. Another thing that you did bad is king priority. Another thing that you did bad is patience. And another thing that you did bad is then false patience. Because you had patience then to gank top, but there was no way in which Renekton could actually go aggressive again. So four things bad in 4 minutes.
Okay.
Like 4 major errors in just 4 minutes.
Yeah.
That's insane. So now you just clear your jungle, which I mean it's great for you, but I mean if you take a look at your mid laner, look at this how his HP dropped because his HP has been attacked by Oriana Harass. And you're not in a position to gank mid now because you don't have much mana left. You only have HP, and the wave will enter Fizz's tower soon enough. So he has to either give up. Now. Okay, see? You gank mid at this point in time. Do you think this is a good timing to gank mid?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Okay. Wait. Let's think about it. Why did I gank mid?
I don't know. You have to tell me.
Yes, I'm thinking. I ganked mid just because Oriana was pushing too far and not respecting that the fact that I might be there. This is why I ganked mid. But I have like no intel on the Shyvana, but I didn't care about the Shyvana. And I think that even though no, I had no reason to gank mid
Do you
actually.
understand why it's bad to gank mid at the very least?
Yeah,
Like what the worst part is? Tell me.
I didn't hear the question.
Do you understand why ganking mid was such a bad idea? Like the biggest error about ganking mid was
Because I'm low, I have no mana.
exactly perfect. Okay, and another thing. What else?
And
Because there's one
the
more
fizz
thing.
is low. The fizz is low as well.
And
there is more minion,
And
Shivana might.
the wave. Look at the wave. What's gonna happen to the wave? Look at Oriana cooldowns. What's gonna happen to the wave?
She's gonna focus us, like
Okay.
when we attack the Oriana.
Let me do it. Okay. First of all, your mana is okay. Fuck this. I need to have you clicked, not fucking Oriana. Perfect. That's perfect. Okay. Look at Sejuani mana. You have 150. I think Q is about 80. No, Q 70. W is 80. E is 20. Most important for you is E 20. Q 70. So that's a total of 90 up until now. 90 mana that you have to use, and then you have one W, which is 80 mana, and that goes up to 170. Which you don't have. Let's assume you're going to get it in a few seconds. So let's assume you have a full combo up. You have one Q, one W, one E. That's it. You understand? That's all you can do in this gank. Normally you don't do much. You don't do much more because your cooldowns are way too high. So it's good, but you don't want to have one of your spells immediately as you go there, because you'll still have to wait for the mana regen to kick in faster. Because you also left the jungle and you have machete. What the fuck? You have machete? What? Hey, I didn't even notice this. What did you start machete?
I don't know. It's a bad start.
Why did you go Talisman? You have a lot of AoE. You start Raptors, you start Talisman as well. That's most efficient. Even if you do just 3 camp clear, why don't you start Talisman for the mana regen? I mean, for the mana regen, for the burn on the camps with your spells.
Yeah, I just take Mashid because of the additional damage on the
Is it that
weapon.
worthwhile for it if you have no fucking attack speed on your runes?
Yeah, that's bad. That's very bad.
Exactly. Even with attack speed, Talisman is way better. But let's get past this. So you have two spells and probably no W at the start. So you have no mana whatsoever to actually unleash your full combo just yet. You'll have to wait a bit. Oriana has Splash Up, Oriana has Barrier Up. She can push the wave. She can push these 3 minions with just a Q and W. The minion goes in the wave. There are 4 caster minions. So 4 casters. 4 casters hits a lot, hit hard pretty much. Other than that, there's also the fact that Fizz will lose those 4 caster minions. So now he has -7, he has differential at 5 minutes. With these 4 minions, he will lose them, and he will have an extra of minus. So she get 3 extra. So you have +3, and she will have -10. You have -10 differential instead of -6, which is the best part of it. Fizz can get those 4 minions, and Oriana can get those 3, and he will only have -6 from -7. So he goes out by 1. Whereas if he doesn't get those 4 minions, it goes up by 3. And it goes into -10. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
This was a very bad gank.
Yeah.
And
Other than that, Fizz has not much HP as well, so he can't do much. I think the cooldowns are a bit bugged as well, so that might be it.
And I think that it's not a bad gank. I think it's the worst gank I can do because Oriana will end up like killing the Fizz or something like that.
Yeah, she can end up doing that as well. She can also have flash barriers, as I said, so she's very safe. She can just barrier or flash out, and you can't do much. So you go in, you'll get here, she pushes the wave in. Minions will focus or Fizz if he goes into it, and he can get killed. And Oriana just runs this way, like just runs out into this part of the jungle. You don't know where Shyvana is. You don't know where she started. You have no track on her. You don't know what she's gonna do. It's already 4 minutes in. Actually, Shyvana died. Never mind, she's dead. I'm just dumb. I didn't see that. But she can actually still run down here, and she can avoid it with a flash over the wall here. So it's just so many ways that she can escape the gank that you can't do much about it. Because even if you engage with Q, Fizz, let's say he follow-ups, Oriana flashes Fizz E, and then you don't do much. That's it. You stop there. She survives the gank 100% anyway, and Fizz will lose the CS. That's why the gank is bad. Let's see what happens. If you actually kill her here, holy shit. But I don't think he did. So open W, but you don't have spells enough. Okay. EQ melee range, fuck. You don't do that. Oh my god, what happened to Fizz? Oh, he died. Oh,
Yeah.
this is weird. Oriana E's, flashes out. She survives.
So what happened? Oriana got 3 CS. Now she has plus 10 at 5 minutes in. She has plus 10, so Fizz has minus 10 CS, which is the worst outcome he could have had. He died. He blew flash. Like this is just terrible. And he didn't get a kill. This is the absolute worst outcome you could have gotten.
Yeah.
So I predicted your gank and what would happen by just looking at how you went into the gank. You can do that as well. If I can do it, you can do it. It just takes time to learn. So you understand what I meant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's go over this a bit faster because I'm gonna be here for the whole fucking night. I'm gonna fuck up my schedule even more. At the very least, Fizz can't TP into lane, so at least he doesn't look as much, but he cannot push. So what we could have done here is actually help him push, and he soak up his XP. That's bad as well. Or we can actually let him do this, but the wave will not push fully, and Oriana will catch it, and that means you either choose either the XP trade, so either choose Fizz to gain up XP, so he gets plus XP, but minus gold, minus CSD, like, let's do that.
I would prefer that
Or he
he
gets less XP, but the CS differential.
No. I prefer that he get more XP.
So you think you value XP more over it?
Yes, in this kind of matchup, yes. XP is more valuable than gold because when he hits 6, he can kill Oriana anytime anytime she don't have flash. Don't have flash.
Yeah, that's true as well. But Oriana can also play safer and play here the lane, and then you don't have any option to gank anymore. Cause she's afraid of the kill pressure that Fizz has in lane after 6. And there's also the fact that Oriana actually didn't animize any EMR, so at least
But
that plays to your favor. But Fizz doesn't have much
but
damage.
I don't think the Oriana will think will think like you just said because
I mean, you have to be retarded as a mid laner when playing into Fizz if you're a main mid to not be scared of him after you get 6. Especially if you're something without with your flash with your summoners down and playing someone Oriana and Fizz. I mean, you have to be retarded not to think that there's that possibility of happening.
yeah.
So everything is basically a bad choice, but the best trade is probably for Fizz to get the gold, because let's say the Oriana actually plays properly. If you're giving the XP but not the gold advantage, then he will not be able to get farther and or recuperate from Oriana to be able to put him in the side lane. And what is your win condition?
Side lanes.
1-1 side lanes. Exactly. So that means that it's better for you to push with him with the TP up, get some of XP, and because getting 6 faster, it's not much of a deal. Because if Oriana plays properly, then the kill pressure that Fizz has on lane currently, because Oriana's ahead, because she can dictate the lane tempo. So at this point in time, just Fizz will have the advantage. At this point in time, Oriana will have the advantage regardless if she plays it properly. And you cannot assume she plays it badly. Like, I mean, you can assume certain stuff, but it's pretty obvious to play it safer into Fizz without summoners up and with you playing Oriana as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've made myself clear about that as well. I think you should have pushed away with him, and that's I think the correct choice in that case. Then again, that's really minor and really hard to note, but it has a big impact on the game. So just
Who?
I mean, the decision there is very hard to take because it's really minor at first glance, and it's really hard to take overall. So, but it has a very major impact over how the course of the game. Because look at the waves. What happens here is Fizz doesn't even get the waves into turret. The waves will crash here, and Oriana can freeze it. Because Fizz isn't. Fizz got 6 from it, but I mean, even if Oriana steps up a bit and harasses him, Fizz doesn't respond with anything. What can Fizz do if Oriana just QWs? He can ult. Oriana goes on the turret.
and you don't one shot her from there. You get half HP of her, so you get 50% of her HP with that. But she can stay safely because she has 2 potions, and
That was
2
fun.
potions is 330 health. 50% of her HP, if he does that, actually is 450, 475 actually of her health, and she recuperates 330 HP. And Fizz is not the one to harass to abuse the fact that she has no potions anymore. So she will go back to 800, 900 HP again, and she's gonna be full almost, and then she dictates the pace with Fizz anyway. So it's hard for you because you actually need to know as a jungler how the lanes play. So one thing you could do other than play jungle is to go on Smurf, gold or silver, and play lanes there to actually understand matchups. But it's very hard because you need to have a lot of time. So
Like you want me to go to a Smurf and play lanes like? To
yeah,
play
you can play
lanes
lanes
or
on Smurf to actually learn the matchups on the lanes. So you, as a jungler, know what lanes have priority and what lanes do not.
I do play like mid lane in my own elo like in platinum I can play mid lane. I play Anivia a lot.
Okay, but you need to know more matchups. Like legitimately, just play matchups into champions and learn how to play.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, and that's really it. I mean, you can
I
play
agree.
Anivia, but it's best to go into a Smurf because you actually can learn more about different matchups. So let's say you don't play Anivia on your Smurf, you play something else. You play like Syndra, or you play like a Orianna, you play like Italia. You play stuff that's really meta. Because if you go into stuff that's not meta, not even like high ladder players will know how to necessarily play into those. Because the matchups are really really obnoxious and odd. Because they're not really played that much. But you need to understand the important matchups, the base matchups, the meta matchups. Because these are the ones that's going to be played more. So you're going to have, let's say, 20% of the games which are actually decent matchups, and 80% of the games which are unmeta matchups. But that's how it happens almost all the time because you will have one champion that destroys the meta out of it. But if you learn the matchups like Orianna into Italia, or Orianna into Cassiopeia, or Orianna into Vladimir, stuff like that, or Orianna into Fizz, for example, these are the 20% which you're going to have and you're going to play. And these numbers usually remain the same among Elo, not especially in bronze and silver, but that's why I said you can spread in gold and see that for yourself.
Yeah.
But regardless of the fact, let's get past this. It's just a tip for me to you. You can actually make do without playing lanes. I did, so you might do it as well. Now Renekton has successfully dove killed Nasus, so Nasus in a bad spot. Your bot lane is constantly pushing in, so you can actually go and try to have deep wards into the enemy jungle with your bot lane like that. But the problem is that mid lane is in a bad situation and gets ganked as well. Luckily, he's fizzing his capes because Sejuani can't do anything. And yeah, you just part from the jungle to 6 now is absolutely the correct choice. What do you do now is the question. Where do you get a honey fruit?
What
Okay,
do
still
I
Raptors,
do?
perfect. You get his Raptors. She gets your. Oh no, she dives up. Oh, oh my god, an Nasus god. Okay. And then you actually managed to gank mid. I think I didn't actually see the gank mid either. Oh shit, fuck. Wrong one. Oh, okay. So you engage with the ult. Did you use Q? I don't. Yeah, you use it. So use Q, ult, to go into. Okay, first auto attack, and actually W I think blocks it anyway. Okay, perfect. You got the kill. That's good. That's a good gank because you saw how it's gonna go. So you go his Raptors. You know he doesn't have any vision here because he didn't spot your Raptors. He plays the top side, however. So that's kind of a bad thing for you. But Sejuani and Fizz.6 are very good. And the fact that she plays way too far into her lane, instead of actually just freezing the minion wave here, she chose to actually push it a bit. And now the minion wave has crashed here, which forces us to be in range for it. But she can still play here and avoid your gank more easily. Not easily. Fuck me. My English is absolutely terrible. So this is her mistake because look at where she is. She has absolutely no fucking reason to actually be in this position. Where is fucking epic plan? So
I
absolutely.
think I think I think I think she was like when she is right now to zone the phase like maybe, but I'm not sure
To zone the fizz from what?
from CSN.
What CS? What CS is Fizz going for now?
There is no CS.
Yeah. What does he take? I mean, look at HP. There's nothing for Fizz to actually last hit now.
Yeah. You're right.
If you just auto attack, that means he pushes a wave. That means you can still be here and Q him, or you can Q the wave and push it back, and harass him when the CS gets low and he wants to last hit, because he doesn't want to use skills for that. He will use W.
Yeah.
So what she's doing, she's just playing bad right now, because she has no reason to be here at this point in time.
Yeah.
So hypothetically, this gank shouldn't have worked if Oriana played it properly, but
Maybe no. Even if she was like behind her caster minions, I think that the gank would have
do you actually think?
yeah.
I mean, normally her position would have been here. So here was her ideal position, like, or here a bit. I don't know, somewhere along these two positions, like somewhere
But
along here. And
there
look
is
how
a
close the tower is to her. You can ult her, but there's a problem. Your ult is a skill shot, and she is a light skill shot, and she can actually dodge in two ways. She didn't even dodge this time. So do you think it should actually have worked? You go into Fizz and you get ulted by him, but you can actually ult Fizz before he goes in. So if Fizz chooses to ult, you have a certain cast time. So she played bad regardless. You got the gank off because she's bad, not because you played good. Not because you got the right gank. I mean, it's good that you punish her because you realize she's bad, but hypothetically she shouldn't have died there, because she cannot ult you, but she can ult the Fizz here, because if she stays here and Fizz is here and prepares for the engage, then Oriana just ults him here. He can place the ball around this part, ults him, gets into that side, and then the follow-up is not there because he ults, but then he isn't in range to go back to it. So she just misplayed that heavily. Like, look at it. Let's go over it again so you can understand exactly why. Okay.
And,
Fuck
if
me
you-
in
if
the
you
fucking
can-
asshole. Okay, look at, holy shit, look at where she is. Like, let's see the difference in which I said she should be. Fuck me. Come on, look at this.
Wait, just a
Okay.
little bit, like because of the delay.
Okay,
because
look at this. Look at how she goes. Like, what the actual fuck? She goes inside even more. She should be here, I said, yeah? Look at where she is. That's 1 second worth of walking. Or even more. I mean, what do you
Yeah.
mean the gank should have worked? Even if you ult here? No, she can place the ball. Look at her ball. She can place the ball here, and be here, and be like somewhat around here. And she can ult the Fizz if he tries to goes in. If he Qs the minion to get in range after he's ult, then you can ult him. If he ults, you can actually ult him to get him out of range. What do you mean that she will die anyway to the gank? No, if she played it properly, she would have died. She wouldn't have died. Even without summoners up, because she has ult, which is somewhat of a disengage.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, look at her. She even goes further in. I'm just gonna look at it. She goes for she tries to go for a Q on minions. Like, what do you mean? I mean, she W's the minions as well, so she doesn't even have the move speed. She didn't see you. Besides that, she doesn't know how to play. She didn't even see you. So never know what's going to happen to the wave. Smajo for wave manipulation guide. Okay. There's a wave manipulation guide that I'll give you after the game as well, made by someone from the League of Mentoring community, which is actually really in depth, and it actually made from Pidgin Reddit, I think, some time ago.
I didn't hear what you just said. What did you just say?
I said that there's a mini manipulation guide that's made by TJ, if you know him, from
Yeah?
League of Mentoring, in which he
Yeah?
explains how waves are manipulated.
Yeah. I've watched several guides about wave management, but yeah, I still have some issues like dealing with with waves when I'm playing mid lane or something like that. But
Yeah, I can give you the documented one. Anyway. If
anyway,
Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, moving on. What did you kill red? You kill Crux. Okay, one thing I can talk about with you, but I don't have the current situation for it, is EV. Oh, what happened, Stop? Okay, you see that, but you cannot do much to him. You actually kill him, I think. Yeah. Okay, he's just fucking dumb. It's bad as fuck. But your fist dies. Oh, this is such a clone fiesta, I don't understand. At least you're coming here and you get 1 kill. Get 1 kill. Get 1 kill, please. No. That happens. Okay. You don't need to show up what? Oh no, well, first of all. You showing up. Okay, I'll show you. I'll explain to you now, and you just keep the idea and you see. You don't need to show up bot lane.
Okay.
You don't need to show up there. If you show up there, you show where you are, and you show that on the bot side. They don't know what you cleared because they don't have any tracks on you. So showing up on bot side means that you're clearing bot side, jungle, and then top side, or looking for a gank and then top side, something like that.
Yeah.
So you don't need to show bot. You understand that, yeah? Another thing that I want to discuss with you is EV and overall what your potential is. So it's good for you that you kind of understand it because you went toward bot side. You normally have what is going on with my fucking epic pen? Your estimated, like expected actually value. That's what EV means. EV means expected value. Expected value. Okay, you can note that somewhere. It's poker term or mathematics term. Probabilities. Holy shit. Expectation comes from the part of probabilities of mathematics where you calculate the expectation of an action occurring based on a probability distribution that you have. You don't need to understand that. What you need to understand is there are certain expectations that can be calculated or approximated for League of Legends when you go to a certain side of the map. So as a jungler, if you go to the top side, you have a certain expectation value, which is expectation value for top, and you have a certain expectation value, which is EV for bot. How do you calculate this? Well, you don't. You estimate it. You approximate it. You approximate it via the knowledge that you have of the enemy jungler. No, not the knowledge. The knowledge that you have with the clearing, counter jungling, ganking, and counter ganking. So, for example, you have one Raptor camp, one times Raptor camp, and top side run. You have the wave, the mill, and top side. You don't have much gank potential on top anyway, because unless Renekton just goes for null and Nasus, there's no way for you, because you don't have enough damage. If you chase the gank, there's a couple juggling options, but that's almost zero in both sides because there's a Sejuani and she probably cleared every single part of the jungle. And you got a gank option, which doesn't happen in top side. The other thing is mid lane, but you ignore mid lane because it doesn't really show where you can be because you can beat mid lane after every single going to each side of the map. But for top side, the EV from mid is like +1 or just a bit higher, for example. One bit higher. Because you have the Raptor camp with which enables you ganks on mid, on enemy mid. So the EV currently for top side is one Raptor camp, and that's it. And the better gank mid. EV for bot side is 1 times Gromp. I don't know when Wolf's response because I'm dumb. And the gank on bot, which can happen.
Gank on mid.
And the gank mid, yeah, that as well, which is -1. Where do you think your expected value is higher? So where do you think you'll be better off? Like that's what you calculate basically.
On the bot side.
Yeah, perfect. You go on the bot side because that's where you have the bigger value for you to actually do something. You're expected to do much more on bot side than you are on top side. Doesn't mean you will do, but it's expected for him to do. So you estimate how it's gonna happen. It's just like in statistics. You don't know what's gonna happen, so you need to estimate it somehow. It might not happen, or it might happen. That's up to a certain value, but it's a probability. So the only thing you can do is estimate it. So if you have 60-40 for bot top, that means you go bot because it's a higher chance of you doing something. Whereas if it's 50-50, then it's up to you. And if it's lower, you go on the opposite side. So something like that. You understand me? You're going bot here will give you more chance to do something because I think you're. I don't know. When did you actually clear wolves? I know you clear raptors, and then I think recalled or went top side and died, something like that. So your wolves, I think, will be respawning shortly. So you'll have Gromp, maybe wolves, and the possibility for bot gank was really strong because you have Desira, and she has a haunting eye rush right now.
But the problem with this game is that the bot lane, after actually, I think they
Look at the wave. Look at the wave.
Yep.
The wave is gonna crash here, or I think a bit like that.
But the problem is that they kept pushing.
Yeah. Do they have bot push now?
No.
Exactly. You don't talk about general parts of the game when you analyze. When you don't talk about the general game when you analyze parts of the game. You talk about parts of the game when you analyze parts of the game, and you talk about general game when you analyze the general game. In this situation, you analyze the factors that affect the situation, the variables, and the variable is bot isn't pushed, and the wave will crash somewhere nearby the turret. Your bot has just came from strong recall. You have Sheen on next roll. You have Tier. You have Holy Guys. Just fuck the Tier. You have a longsword. You have the position, which is good. You know you don't have the words or any way to deny the words, but you can force a gank with the blast cone. In this situation, it's good to force a gank because you know it's gonna work after forcing it.
Yeah.
Because they have to go in here to get the wave, and if not, they can freeze the wave here. And if you wait on the blast cone for them, and if they don't show up, then you just leave. But that made you sure that the enemy will not get the wave. It's gonna be frozen there. That's gonna be frozen. And if they go for the wave, then you just force a gank, and it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What do you do now? You actually show up on the word, and you actually get a gank mid off. But it's a 1-for-1. But the release, it's worth to you because the 1-4 trains are worth for Fizz. You go to his jungle, you don't see stuff. You go, they know where you are all the time because you go through their vision without actually thinking about it. Once you went to the skull, you didn't care one bit. Now it's good to actually wait for a gank mid, since you know Orianna flashes on. But the wave now we can go mid actually. Now we can actually just wrap around a bit, or we can force the gank when she wards the with the pink ward there. So like here.
she will use.
Oh, actually, she used this one. Never mind.
Yeah.
Let me just permit the motherfucker again. Go back, okay. Yeah, she actually wards it. Okay, that's good. But actually, if you clear it, does she have any vision in you?
Before, no, she doesn't.
Yeah, right now she doesn't. So she needs to go here and pink ward it. She can play safe, but you see her like you don't see her. You don't see her, and that's exactly one thing that you need to notice. It's like you don't see her pushing the wave fast. That means she's somewhere along here warding, but she has no reason to ward bot side because there's no point in it. So she's here to ward top side. Now notice what she wards either the banana bush or this one, and you can queue I think the wall here, or if not, you can also ult flash if you're not confident in yourself. So you can set her up, and Fizz can come very fast because he can queue the minion here. He can go this way, queue the minion, comes here. He ults ease, and you can actually force kill on her because you have enough damage there now, and Fizz also does with the Sheen proc. Because you see her twice with ult and then the E. Okay, so it was actually good for you to actually stay there. The lack of patience, that's what you missed again. Like false patience was bad. Actually your patience was bad, not the false patience. Fuck it. Now you just wander around, not knowing what to do. And if you go top side, you can actually get the gank off Rune, so at least that's good. Okay, he dies. Perfect. Okay, he's just fucking stupid. What the fuck is that guy doing? Your bot gets the wave. Sejuani's bot is stealing the farm from Vayne because I'm a platinum jungler. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know how to carry games. Your Zara is just roaming around. Oh my god, what did I just fucking see? Okay, you're good. Going for the top wave. That's good. Let's just speed it up very fast. From now on, there's not much I can do. I just want to watch a team fight that you're going to have. Let's see what it is. It's not a team fight, not a team fight, not a team fight. Because you said you won for it. So I want to see team fights that you got. This is a team fight, I think. This is a big team fight here. So I'm not going to see. I'm not going to say much more about the rest of the game up until you actually pull off a team fight. Because there's no point for me to analyze anything else. You just go for Dirks at 40 minutes. So I mean, it's not too shabby. It's good. It's pre 15 minutes, decent. You could take it way faster with your bot lane, but then again, you don't understand the win conditions, so it's fine. And actually, I don't know if you can take it. Actually, don't think you can take it with the lane priority that Orianna had earlier. Oh, actually, yeah. I think it's a decent ticket at the point in time. Maybe 1 minute earlier, but it's fine other than that. Okay. Now you just wander around. You don't wander around. By the time they get away from here, you would have gone wolves on. Go take wolves. You'll get the extra XP and gold. Then you go hold it if he needs you. You don't need to be here now. Never mind. He's fucking in tank. What the fuck is Renekton doing?
Intim.
Holy shit!
This is
Oh,
called
look at this. What does Shyvana do? Shyvana takes the fucking wolves. That means he could have taken wolves and it wasted Shyvana's time. So so it's just that simply like you would have taken wolves here and gotten to mid by that point in time anyway. So that's what I want to say. You're not as efficient as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not much to analyze here. So the question to the chat, I don't play that much because I have to VOD review a lot, and I don't really have time to play if I VOD review because I VOD review 2-3 VODs every day. And then I analyze, I go and watch LCK VODs, and I have to go over them as well. And maybe I do some content from time to time. So I mean, I'm not going to analyze what we're doing here, by the way. So I hope you don't mind it. There's nothing to actually say. I mean, what you did here is not bad. It's actually good because you placed depots and you actually took advantage of them mindlessly going around. So what you do here is good. So I don't have a reason to tell you what to do. Anything else? It's the game is in a bad state anyway at this point in time. You're just salvaging whatever you can from it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna put it to X. So I don't have much time for anything else. I much prefer analyzing VODs and stuff like that because I don't really need to play to keep my game knowledge up. I just need to analyze VODs and stuff. Okay, your bot lane intakes as well. That's funny. And I actually like analyzing stuff more than playing the game itself because only Diamond 1 is tragic and only was Diamond 4 is tragic. I don't have any. The Zac room page is actually very good. If you actually go and test it, you can do a clear at 320 that page, at 324. Clear, full clear without Krugs and without leash. If you want, you can do and try it with your own Zac room page and tell me how fast you clear it. And if you're getting any close to 330, you're a god. But if not, then that's really
But
bad.
Zac have been nerfed like
Yeah.
a lot.
There's a way to cure it. Don't worry. So right now Zac has like an iffy thing that you can go on. You start double E, you clear raptors. There's a specific clear that you do. I don't like to have the clear myself, but I'm actually gonna look for it for you. So let me just give me a moment to actually go and.
Okay, I will just go grab some water and I will be.
Perfect. No, I'll be able to find it to link it to you. So because I'll forget. Clear. I don't even know. Clear. This is it. Perfect. Let's go jump here. Take this one. Perfect. This opens here. Where's the Zac? I'm gonna link it in chat. I'm gonna give it to you as well. Holy shit, what is this? Okay, look at this. I'm gonna give it to you in Discord as well. That's perfect. Okay, so I looked at it in chat and I gave it 2 in Discord as well.
Over here.
Yeah, I linked you the clear as well.
Okay.
You full clear without Krugs and without Leish in 3:24. So at 3 minutes 24, you clear the Grom. And you have both refillable potions up, I think. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Give me a proper team fight. Proper team fight, guys. Hello. Drake! Yeah, Drake team fight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Who's missing? Kestro's missing. Nass is missing. But Nass is again. Holy shit. Okay, E. Auto. Auto, please. Auto. Okay, you didn't auto. Okay, run a suicide. That's fine. Go in. One more. E. Perfect. Go in. Keep going. Keep going. You missed your W. That's bad. Okay. Go back. You take Drake. Take Drake. Drake resets. Perfect. Take it. Fine. You recalled. Okay. Did you have a good buy? Yeah, you did. Oh, how much gold do you have? 950. Actually, get a kiln gem as well. Get a kiln gem, please. Get a kiln gem. Hell yeah.
You didn't tell me anything about the build pass.
Hmm?
You didn't talk about the build pass.
Oh yeah, I even forgot about that one. Okay, so
The items I choose for the
I think they're good. I think Frozen Heart is solid as a second item to what they have.
I mean, I prefer to rush the what is called like the frozen heart because they have Vayne and they have Shivana.
Mm,
And also because I might mana because I'm very mana hungry like
yeah,
Sejuani
but it doesn't matter much about how mana hungry you are. Even if you like, it's good that you spam the CDR for it because you already have high enough cooldowns. So it's good that you actually go for CDR early. And Frozen Heart is actually a good point to Vayne Shyvana overall. So especially into Vayne Lulu and Shyvana. The problem comes with your next itemization, where I think it could be. Oh, actually, no. You need the HP for it anyway. I mean, it's
I think
decent enough. Normally, you want to go Warmogs and Gargoyle, but you can't do it into a game against Vayne.
This is what I wanted to tell you that I've seen some high elo Sejuani like rush Warmog.
Yeah, Warmog and Gargoyle. That's a standard build path on her and Soul Q, stuff like that. The problem is that you cannot rush Warmog into Vayne. And Shyvana with Blood Razor. Because that's really bad. Does she actually have Blood Razor? Just in a Hulk, of course. So, the thing is,
I've never played the Gargoyle on Sejuani. Don't know why. I don't like this item.
Gargoyle and Sejuani don't like it. Well, I think it's really good because you already have the armor and magic resist, and you can get the extra HP as well via the Gargoyle as well. And Gargoyle is basically like a GA. So Gargoyle's utilization right now is like more suggestional GA, which you need to actually learn how to use instead of the passive that was you revive.
You have just the resistance. You don't have the health.
Yeah, but if you go health item beforehand, that's a problem. I mean, if you go Nightfall and Gargoyle, you have enough health via the Snowhawk.
Yeah.
So you're good to go.
You're talking about Cinderhawk into Warmog into Gargoyle.
Yeah, you have a lot of health as well. And even if you don't go Warmogs and you go something like Nightfall, Randuin's, Deadman's, what else? Anything that has HP as well, it's still good because you still get HP via the Snowhawk. You don't have as much HP, but you double it, and you get to a value that's still good enough.
Yeah. Okay. But they essentially take Warmog because the W scale with max HP.
Yeah, I know that as well.
But the Gargoyle activated will reduce your damage. So the action of the Gargoyle is you become more tanky, but
Yeah,
you
exactly.
do less.
I know, but you'll get a lot of damage for Vayne because she will deal double damage into you if you double your HP. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I will do the same amount with the active or not with the active because I will double my HP, but I will reduce my damage by 2 as well. So it's the same. This is what you're thinking?
Hmm?
Okay, okay.
No,
I
no, no.
got
Say
it.
it again because I didn't hear you. You're very, very like I can barely hear you. That's why.
Ah, I didn't. So I say that you're thinking that if I activate the gargoyle, I will be more tanky, and my HP will double,
Yeah.
and I will deal
You do more damage on W, yeah, but that's not what the thing is relevant. The gargoyle is used like a second GA, where you actually double your HP pool, and you act as 2 tanks basically instead of 1. You act as 2 entities. So basically, you tank even more damage. The problem is that you cannot soak that much damage into Vayne and into Shyvana with Blood Razor if she actually gets to hit you, because you increase the damage. Now Shyvana doesn't have Blood Razor in this case, so that's fine. But there's still Vayne Lulu, which will absolutely shred you to pieces if you go Warmokes into Gargoyle. But
yeah,
Gargoyle overall, it's a very good item.
okay, okay.
So in this case, your itemization, the Frozen Heart, is actually very good. The fact that you can actually go run the wins at this point, maybe is even would be like the better case because you as a Sejuani, you'll get hit by Oriana's combo when you have your passive up mostly. Okay, because who can
Yeah,
take it out from you? Shyvana, she has a poke. Rene has a poke. Oriana has a poke. Vayne has the poke. Lulu has the poke. So actually, your optimization and to spray visage is not necessarily bad, but it would be more efficient for you to go into I think what did I say? Oh God, what item did I say? Because I brain farted a bit. Frozen Heart into randomins, yeah.
yes, random.
Yeah, because you don't need the MR. Because Orna will
Mm,
hit you when you have your passive up, which gives you tons of MR enough. So you don't have a use for it. Because Combo will hit you in the meantime when you have your passive, and you have MR from it. Whereas after the Orna hits you with combo, she won't have the combo for some time, so you won't get magic damage for a lot of time. However, Vayne and Rena and Shyvana will still auto you
yeah,
as you soak damage, and with Randuins you soak more damage with Visage. So I think going Randuins instead of Visage is better in this certain situation. Okay, so then again, what are you doing? Is it oh my god, the ult. I'm not gonna. Actually, I'm gonna go over it. Why not? Oh, she flashed it. Oh no, she tumbled it. Oh, yeah, she tumbled it. No, why do you run away? No! No! No, oh my god, what am I seeing? Holy shit. Eat her! Oh. Oh. Okay, so besides your ult miss, you don't go back here. Oh my god, I have to do so much. You don't go back here. You go forward. It doesn't matter if Vayne hits you. You have Frozen Heart, Tab Eyes. Go into them. You try to get a proc. There's 2 procs on Lulu left. Look who the fuck is coming. If you force them that way, because they don't see Fizz, and because the ult is here, like, if you go this way, you create a zone here, and your ult creates another zone here, and they are forced to go kite that way, away from you. And Fizz comes from that way, and Vayne is closest to him. If he just Qs and all those, Vayne gets hit, and you can E her, and then he can also hit E and stuff like that. Free ult as well, so it's easy, okay? You understand what I'm saying? Your defense
yeah,
here was
but
very, very poor. But Fizz as well with the ult blind is just very poor as well. And
probably.
you are in range and you don't eat her, but whatever. At least you get out.
So I couldn't.
Oh, you weren't in range. Okay, that means I'm just a bit off since camera is that much higher. Okay, how do you win this game? I mean, no one. What the fuck is Rennie doing? Okay, that's how you win the game. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Perfect. Holy shit, that's perfect. Don't recall. If you recall, get a fucking kill. You get the turret at least. Okay, go now.
We couldn't.
Well, you could go Nash. You couldn't take turret, but you could go Nash. It would be Shyvana there. Because you have the plans to scout her out and see her position from Zara. So 2. Now you go Nash. Okay, perfect. Kill Vayne, come on.
There's a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
of,
but you can see it. Okay. You finish Nash, you kill Oriana, you go back, you take tier 2s, you end the game. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Why is Fizz grouping up with you? That is beyond me. What the fuck? Come on. No, Fizz needs to go. But you see, like this situation, you have 3 mid, but Fizz is mid instead of Ezreal. That's really sad.
But even though we have Nash, we will still lose. We'll lose a team fight after that.
But it doesn't matter. You won a 1-3-1 because you have Nash. And you use Nash in all 3 lanes. Like that's so. Like Nash is so good for you. Like it relieves you of so much pressure.
Yeah, but we didn't know that we should 1-3-1.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's. Oh, see, you team fight and lose. So, you don't win team fights in that scenario. You win team fights with Drake. Not in. I mean, at 30 minutes, you don't win team fights with Drake anyway, as well. So, and you wasted Nasher basically. So now the game will just go on and you win a fight. You get the inhib, you get another pick, and then you win the game. That's probably how you win. Okay, or Nasa splits up until the base. That's one thing as well. You catch someone off, but who do you catch off? Okay, they engage on you. They're done. So they engage on you without the Vayne and with the zone potential of Sarah. Okay, you win the team fight, just like I said. That's pretty close though, but you still win it. Nasus gets one turret, you get one turret. You end up getting an inhib. Yeah, just go there, Nasus, hit the fucking turret. That's it, you get that one. You get 2 inhibs. You back out.
Yeah, because the Nasus was pushing.
Yeah, that's good. He actually did good there. Okay.
We won a team fight when we were like 4 versus 5.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about this one. This was the 4v5.
Let's go over it. Let's go over this, and this is how we end up overview. Oh shit, this is too far. Okay, let me. Okay, so Shyvana misses her engage. Oriana will miss her ulti probably.
At this point of
Fizz lands a zoning ult. Renekton and Shyvana go way too deep. That's one thing. Okay, Shyvana tries to go for the Ezra on the backline. Fizz misses the ult, so that's pretty stupid. But Sarah has a very good zoning ult, and Fizz just destroys the Vayne because Vayne is fucking dumb and she goes another range. You peel the Shyvana off the. Oh my god, Ezreal has still fucking damage.
Do you think that was good to peel for Ezreal or
I mean, normally he could peel for himself, but in that situation, it's fine what he did because he couldn't land. He couldn't come anywhere closer. So I think peeling for him and Eing the Shyvana at the very least is good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you see that no one has breaker treads other than Renekton from their team, but normally Shyvana should have mercs and Tabai because she doesn't use mercs. I think even Vay could use mercs. Even Oriana could use it, but they don't want to go for it. Like Oriana has no Amar versus a Fizz. But it has no Hex versus a Fizz. It's like they itemize very poorly, and that's why they lose a 45 as well. Now you just in the game. I don't have a reason to watch it anymore. Okay.
Yeah, we end the game like that.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's how we just legitimately ended the game. So it's mostly their mistakes, and it's good that you capitalize on them because that's why you didn't slow queue. But yeah. Do you understand all that we've been over?
Yeah, of course, of course. I had a lot of. This was really, really, really interesting, but
Yeah,
I had.
it's really good when you go over games like this because you actually get to know the minor stuff or even the major stuff that you did wrong, and you see
But
that.
sometimes, like sometimes I feel like I have a lot of. No, I won't say that I have a lot of knowledge, but I have like I mean I watch a VOD review or on YouTube or like what we just did, but I can't really apply all what I have learned
Yeah,
in a
because
solo queue game.
the process of how you learn is relatively simple, but let's go over it. How you learn, so the learning process, how you learn to do something is basically this. One, you keep doing this, you keep doing it. So you keep doing the same thing over and over again, 10 games in a row. Uh, you do it until, like, you keep doing it, first of all. Then you do it, you keep doing it until it gets in your muscle memory or your memory or reflexes. But that's muscle memory. So either in your memory, which is game knowledge, or in your muscle memory, which is mechanics and stuff like that. After that has happened, you switch to a different thing that you need to learn. I don't know. And then you repeat, go to one. Like 4 is literally go to one, and keep doing this. This is how you learn. You keep doing it. So first of all, you need to understand it. Then you need to understand why it's wrong. Then you need to understand how you do it right. Then you keep doing it. You do it until it gets your muscle memory or memory. You switch to a different thing that you need to learn. That you know. You go to one, rinse and repeat, and that's how you actually learn. That's the learning process basically. That's just it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, and you learn by your mistakes. But then again, the process is still the same because you learn a mistake and you try not to do it, and then it gets in your memory or muscle memory not to do it. So that's pretty much it. I hope you understood the VOD review that we did, and went over a lot of in-depth stuff. But I mostly try to go over the decision making part of it and juggle pathing and stuff like that because I feel like most players don't know that up until like even high masters or US. They don't know how to juggle path efficiently.
Yeah. I think I should work on that because that's really really important. Like you just explained it that. Thank thank you a lot for all the time you have given to me. That
I mean, I've only invested 2 hours and 30 minutes.
I appreciate I appreciate a lot.
Okay, hopefully you actually learn something from it because that's what's really important. Not me putting time into you, but you learning from the time that I put into you, from the things that I try to tell you that you did wrong. So you have the VOD if you didn't take notes now, or you actually don't work by notes and didn't. You have the VOD that will be up on Twitch, and I'll put it in YouTube as well sometime later, tomorrow maybe. And you can watch it and take notes from it again and again and again because it'll have the voices as well included.
Okay.
So if you have any more questions, please ask them now. And if not, if any questions occur during the next days, please ask them. But I will probably not respond to them going on vacation. So it'll take me about 4 or 5 days to respond or see them.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is pretty much all of it.